Hello everybody, I'm Manakyn, welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing today? Hey Randy, how's it going? Hey Kiyoma, hello. Hello Arcane, time to move to Twitch. Never. Never again. Honestly, I didn't really like Twitch that much, but I mean, I know some people really like it, although I think Twitch is just too gaming intensive, if that makes sense. You know, I like having more... It's gaming slash hot tubs. And I mean, once again, like I said, maybe you guys want to see me in a bikini. So in which case, I can go back to Twitch. I think I look pretty good in a bikini. Hot tub stream, come on. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Ivy? You came at the best possible time. Anyway, sorry for a little bit longer on the loading screen today. For some reason, my bot wasn't connecting. Main character wasn't connecting, and he was asleep. Anyway, do you guys see the Nintendo Direct? Red salsa or green salsa? Depends on what you're eating. Did you guys see the Nintendo Direct? We got a new Zelda game where Zelda is two-dimensional and she's trying to save the kingdom. Once again proving that Zelda is way better than Peach, because Zelda's game is about saving the kingdom. Peach's game is about putting on a nice little play. She took a vacation and tried to make money from a theater show. Okay, so Peach, I love you, but I hate you. And we got the port for the Miles Edgeworth game on Switch. So oh my, I'm so excited. I'm so like that's the only thing that actually matters. Miles Edgeworth. Like that's the only person that even mattered in that Nintendo Direct, to be honest. But you know, we gotta show respect for Zelda. Although it's not blonde Zelda. I don't know. The not Twilight Princess, the Tears of the Kingdom, not Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, which is also Tears of the Kingdom. The Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda's kind of cute. I like her with short hair. Although we all stan Purah / Buliara. Yeah, so we got, but more importantly, we got, Miles Edgeworth, the game. Yeah. If you guys didn't see the Nintendo Direct, the new Zelda game is Zelda saves the kingdom through the power of DIY. She learns to like create tables and like chairs and beds. It's essentially Zelda goes to IKEA, which is freaking great. Wind Waker, okay, Wind Waker was awful. Okay, shut up about Wind Waker. Wind Waker was the worst Zelda game. I will stand on that hill until I die. Freaking tornado god, dude. Ugh, hate that guy. Okay, anyway, what else was there? Did you guys notice anything? Oh, there was this one random game with a really annoying main character. I forgot what it was. But, like, it was this green-haired main character, and I just wanted to play it just for her annoyingness. Don't go near the site. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Alright, so... What was there anything else that was good? You got that caught your attention, guys? Anything that caught your attention? Yeah, those were the ones that caught my attention. Miles Edgeworth and others. Oh, there was a Metal Slug game that came. Oh, and Metroid Prime. You guys know I'm terrible at first-person shooters, but apparently Metroid Prime 4 is coming back. No, so Metroid Prime hasn't been out for a very long time, but yeah, we got a new Metroid Prime apparently. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of interesting stuff. Mario Party Jamboree. I don't know why they didn't just call it Mario Party like 10 or 11 or whatever number we're on, but yeah, Mario Party Jamboree, and yeah. Anyway, we're playing Ace Attorney. The wallets are crying. My wallet's not crying because it's already empty. My wallet's just hungry. Yeah, I've been kind of busy. You guys know I've been doing marketing stuff. I've been doing marketing stuff. I've been doing like graphic design stuff. I haven't had too much time to really focus on anything else. But at least, you know, I'm trying to make sure I keep the job happy too. Mana's wallet is dead. It's been dead for years. My wallet is out there in the backyard with a grave. Anyway, why don't we go right to Ace Attorney? Alright, I think you guys can hear that. People called LDA. Right, Last Defense Academy. Yes, there is a new game by the old Spike Chunsoft. Or whatever they're called. Like, are they called 2Kyo Games now? I forgot what they're called. But yeah, but there is a new game that looks like Tower Defense Danganronpa. Which is hilarious. It's Danganronpa, but a strategy game. And I'm like, I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but yeah, so yeah, that one was a weird one. But yeah, it looks very Raincode-esque. The characters look exactly like characters from Raincode. Spike Chunsoft is still around. 2Kyo is made up of former employees. I see. Anyway, yeah, well, we might have to play that one because it's our job to play mystery games slash... I don't even know if it's a mystery game, huh? You would watch that? Tower Defense Danganronpa. Monokuma, go! You mean Tribe 9? Oh, Tribe 9 is another game. Not another game. I think Tribe 9 was 2Kyo Games' mobile game. I think? I am confused. We're playing Ace Attorney. Get out! Get out! I will... Okay, I probably will have to play the sequel to 999, but still, get out, okay? I swear to God, frickin' all ice. Get out of here. All right. So last time, if you guys remember, there were... Okay. So last time, if you guys remember, Mr. Eggs Benedict took the stand, which we eventually found out his name was Ashley Grayson, I think? Was that right? Wait, hold on. No, not this. Ashley Graydon. So first of all, his name is Ashley. But I suspect his name is actually Ashley Mason. I guess we don't have Mr. Mason's picture here, but I suspect his name is actually Ashley Mason, and which is why I said Grayson, but we got Gregson too. Okay, and you also remember while Gina was testifying, Gregson was doing some sneaky with Ashley Graydon. I'm just saying, is he cooperating with the bad guys here? Because I don't know, Gregson. I liked you, but I don't know about that. Hey, how's it going, Kemjo? All you remember was Zeke's being racist and awful guy pleading the fifth. Yeah, that was pretty much the entire thing. And then Gina eventually confessed lying about the McGilded case, and she told the truth. And a big thank you to Nash Skulkin for revealing that Ashley Graydon was actually at the crime scene. And then we got a music box. We got a box that I'm almost 100% sure is a music box. Also, today I'm very healthy. Instead of drinking Coke, I'm drinking Coke Zero. This stream is not sponsored by Coke Zero. Yeah, Gregson can absolutely join Hudson. All right, anyway. Hold on. I gotta get into British mode. Oi. I haven't practiced my British for a while, so it's been feeling a little bit weird. I have to get back into practicing it. I believe in magic, and that magic is Daniel Radcliffe's abs. Daniel Radcliffe with a beard. Daniel Radcliffe with a beard is my kink. Daniel Radcliffe with a beard is my kink. Daniel Radcliffe could high-key choke me and I would love it. Daniel Radcliffe could high-key choke me and I would love it. Daniel Radcliffe could high-key choke me and I would love it. Choke, 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 goat, goat, choke. Daniel Radcliffe could high-key choke me and I would love it. I believe in magic, and that magic is Daniel Radcliffe's abs. Daniel Radcliffe with a beard is my beard. Daniel Radcliffe with a beard is my kink. Daniel Radcliffe could high-key choke me and I would love it. Alright. What kind of good old talk will we have with Gregson? What kind of good old talk will we have with Gregson? Well, it'll be a talk with our fists if he knows what's good for him.
So, this is the article in question, is it? The small box deposited with the pawnbroker by Mr. McGilded 2 months ago.
And on the night of Mr. Windibank's murder, the only item on the shelves that was touched by whoever broke into the shop.
Quick, quick! Let's open it and see what's inside!
Oh, could it be? Could it be a music box? I'm so smart.
Good gracious! This is no ordinary box, it seems.
Wow. Although in truth, I had an inkling that might be the case. No, Ryunosuke, you had no idea, because you're not as smart as me. It would appear that the box houses a miniature music box movement. Oh, someone's kind of upset here. Oh no, my secrets are being exposed.
Then is it too much to expect?
I think it would be reasonable to assume that it is a device for the play of this disc, my lord. Cue Gregson freaking out in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2,
So here we have the means to play back Mr. McGilded's disc, deposited at Windibank's at much the same time.
Cue Gregson freaking out in 3, 2, 1.
Not strictly correct, my lord. It was not Miss McGilded's disc. It was the disc of his victim on the omnibus. But why, for heaven's sake? Are we to understand that the brickmaker was trying to sell this music box disc to Mr. McGilded?
Gregson's gonna freak out. When we try to play the music box, Gregson's gonna freak out and like, man, no, don't play the music box because it contains government secrets, I am telling you. I believe the answer will become clear if we listen to the music on this disc, my lord. Cue Gregson freaking out in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, very well.
3, 2, 1.
Let the court now listen to the curious disc at last.
3, 2, 1.
Hold it!
I knew it! That only took like 7 tries.
Wait, my lord, see? Good grief. What's the meaning of this, Inspector?
The music box and the disc are, they're unrelated to the case. No need to spoil the somber atmosphere in the courtroom with some silly little bit of music, see?
This disc may very well have motivated the culprit into committing the murder. Clearly there's every chance that it's fundamentally important to understanding what happened.
The prosecution has no objection.
No, that piece of evidence is police property, see?
Clearly, Scotland Yard has some vested interest in here.
Hey, how's it going, Slippery? You know, I think we all theorized that he somehow has like an infinite bag of fish and chips somewhere, so you just take all the fish and chips you like.
And you, Inspector, have no jurisdiction to prevent that from happening. No further delays, please. Play the disc.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Been around Britain. Like, can I rap to this? I'm British. Fish and chips for me. I want to see Big Ben because the. I know Morse code, but I can't figure out exactly what this is. Do. Wait, where does the beat start? Beep beep beep. Wait. You know what? I give up. You guys remember I know Morse code. What is it? I figured out that puzzle, right? In 999. Oh, right. It was the all ice puzzle. God damn it! Ice, not get out.
What on earth? That's certainly not what I would call music.
Well, Judge, if you move up to maybe the 21st century, there's this type of music that's called dubstep that is incredibly similar. No. You know it in picture-wise? Yeah, hearing it is a lot harder. That's for sure. It's just playing the same note over and over again in a regular sequence. As someone who's produced dubstep, I can't say you're wrong.
Mr. Graydon. This really is priceless. Oh, cha-cha, real smooth. After all that, the music box is broken.
Broken? It... Come on.
Well, obviously. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the officer sent to fetch it didn't drop it on the way back to the courtroom.
Cha-cha sliding maniacally. Ooh. Oh.
Well, with much regret, I feel the court must accept this music box offers little in the way of clues.
No, but we still add it to the court as evidence.
Are you ready to move on, counsel?
Come on. Yes, all right. It does sound as though it's completely broken, but is it? Or maybe our taste in music is broken. Maybe Nicki Minaj was actually like the greatest artist of all time and we had no idea. Could this music emanating from the music box possibly be a new clue? It could be a clue. Oh, we should ask juror number 5. I believe it could be relevant, my lord.
Good lord, but how can it be? It's an abomination, Council. Mere noise. I fail to see what the youth finds interesting in this type of music.
It does sound strange, I agree, but there's one thing bothering me. While Graydon stands there, chortling and victorious. I love this. Can you imagine? You're in court. You are in court. Someone presents evidence, and then the judge says, it's probably not relevant to the case. And some guy, like either in the stand or in the gallery, starts going, that's right! It's irrelevant! Oh, that would make for a very entertaining trial. Guys, I think Graydon is sus. I think he's I don't know. Don't quote me on that. He might be sus, but I'm not sure. How's it going, guy? The inspector beside him has a rather telling expression. It's as if Gregson recognizes the sound. As if he's familiar with it. And that's making him extremely on edge. He did shoot the Great Thickness, and that is not cool. Because the Great Thickness deserved life.
If that's the stance of the defense, my Nipponese friend, answer me this.
Oh? Yeah. Eating fish and chips with my friend. Hanging around in the East End. Gonna see Big Ben today. Tea with the Queen. Do you know what I mean? More tea for your Queen, Gov. You nothing but a plonker. So I'm gonna stop you.
Just what kind of relevance do you propose this woeful chiming has on this case?
Yes, I did see that they released the Miles Edgeworth game. I don't know what it's called. You say it's Ace Attorney. I just call it Miles Edgeworth Best Prosecutor. If only it was some kind of decipherable code, guys. Certified Uncool. Wait. What does Certified Uncool remind me of? Right, for some reason it reminds me of... bullying music? Not cool, Vancy. It's the defense's belief that this sound emanating from this music box is an unusual freaking genre of music. Let's go! It could be the start of dubstep, baby! See, he's cha-chaing! Oh, cha-cha real smooth. I'm gonna lose HP. I don't even care.
Counsel, would you care to elaborate on that remark?
Well, it could be a new style of music that's about to take the world by storm. For example, you just add some robo noises.
I think not, Counsel. Such monotonous nonsense could be pleasing to no one's ear, sure.
Yo, the judge did not just diss modern music. More score, yeah! Yeah, baby! actually just eloquently said, boy. Remember when I was against the brother? Shh, no one remembers that.
Well said, my lord. And here's to my learned friend seeing that remark's true meaning.
All right.
Let's see if you grasp the question better next time around.
All right, what is the relevance? It is not supposed to be music. Kazuma's head is shaking in heaven. Kazuma's like, hell yeah, boy. You shouldn't be a lawyer. You should be a freaking DJ. Be careful with mosquitoes, Akiyama.
Wait, he didn't think it's dubstep.
Look at that. The smile vanished from Graydon's lips as soon as I said it. I'm on the right lines here. I'm on the right line? Don't you mean I'm along the right line? Ah, whatever. I must be.
Making deductions based on how people react to what you say. You're just like Sherlock Holmes. You're acting just like Hurley.
Don't compare me to that idiot.
Objection!
The sounds we're hearing aren't necessarily music. Well, now you've told us what they are not. I'm sure the court would like to hear what they are. Do enlighten us, my Nipponese friend.
Well,
Surely you have an idea in mind, because if not, it will be the death of your ill-formed argument.
do we have the music box in the record yet? No, we don't. Can I get the music box in the record so we can examine it? Hello?
Exactly! The music box is clearly broken. Refusing to accept that is pure foolishness.
They've got me. I don't know what the answer is.
Yet.
Ryuno? I've just examined the music box very thoroughly. And I'm fairly certain it's not broken at all.
Really?
Really, the way it's been made, it can only produce a single note anyway.
I'm just saying, this master criminal is about to be defeated by a 10-year-old girl. So, I mean, 10-year-old genius girl, to be fair. How? All right. Well, if the music box isn't, how tricky do you think Iris's hairstyle is? I mean, she has to use a lot of curling irons, probably. And I don't think curling irons existed. So she probably just sticks like a fire poker in the fire and then curls her hair around it. That's dedication right there. Well, if the music box isn't broken, it must mean the sounds it's producing have some significance that isn't musical. Ah! Is he summoning Kazuma? Could it be? Is that what those sounds are? Okay, I'm not gonna make the dubstep joke again.
Something just struck me, Ryuno. I feel like recently, in the past few hours even, I've heard another sound very much like this one this music box makes.
Yes, it's a familiar sound. Actually, Iris, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I'm going to have to press the defense for an answer. If your assertion is that the sound is produced by the music box is not music at all, then what in devil is it, Counselor?
All the evidence we've seen so far, all the testimony we've heard, it's pointing to one answer.
The prosecution demands that the Nipponese friend presents proof now. Tangible proof of this latest wild speculation.
All right then. This could be the best chance I'm going to get to fight back in this trial. If I'm right, it's going to join all the dots together. The evidence that explains the true nature of the sounds in this music box is... Juror number 5? How do we present juror number 5? Juror number 5? Juror number 5! The answer is juror number 5! How do I present juror number 5? Are we about to expose an entire government conspiracy?
Take that!
Today's paper, Counsel. The headline is Pawnbroker Perishes in Pick-Purse Plunder. Hardly supportive of your case.
No, my lord. I was hoping you'd look a little further down the page. Just flip it over.
Further down. Ministry Mole. Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. Yes, this is a very serious matter being investigated to the highest level, I understand. I have heard that international transmissions along supposedly secure lines are somehow being intercepted. Perhaps by someone who works in the trans communication department like Mr. Graydon, and leaked to various other countries.
And presumably, those transmissions are in the form of wired telegrams?
Of course.
Juror number 5. Your input, please. Bam, baby.
Stop. Oh, Misa. Whatever is the matter?
You told the court before that you worked at the same communication station as Mr. Graydon. Did you not?
Yes, that's correct.
And the particular station where you work deals with government communications and newspaper reports?
Oh, yes. We're not your run-of-the-mill communication station at all. Our work is extremely important.
Then tell me, is this not a very familiar sound? Glad to see the jury has not changed. Having any bias hasn't changed.
You don't mean to say... Is it?
That's right, madam. It bears more than a passing resemblance to the sound made by your telegraph machine as you tap it. I believe it's called Morse code. Morse code. Morse code. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm usually wrong, but when it comes to leaking telegrams from the government departments, could there be nobody more perfectly placed than a highly skilled communications officer?
Are you suggesting the music box disc contains stolen government secrets and Morse code?
Runo is a cutie patootie.
This is high treason, Council! Deserving of capital punishment!
I'm not the one who put this together.
Too much new vocabulary. What is treason? And what is capital punishment?
The sort of words I'd half expect you to know. Hey, don't judge my boy villain just because he looks like a supervillain, okay?
For our sovereign government's confidential information, hostile nations would surely pay almost any price.
Yes. And on that night 2 months ago, that was the very negotiation that was taking place inside the omnibus.
But in the end, McGilded perished, and the all-important disc lay unclaimed in the pawnbrokery. My word.
In which case, whoever stole the information in the first place must surely have been beside himself with worry. Because if the disc were to be discovered before it found its way outside of the country,
it would reveal an act of high treason punishable by death.
so the culprit had no choice but to retrieve it. And in order to do that, he would have to gain entry into the pawnbrokery illegally in the middle of the night. Because the article left behind by Mr. McGilded would incriminate him too much if it had gotten into the wrong hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Graydon? Let's go! Oh, that's right. Looks like Iris shot someone else. Oh!
You think I've been stealing government secrets? Preposterous! Absolutely preposterous!
So in response to the defense's accusation, you claim complete innocence, do you?
Well, of course I do. I've had to stand here in silence and while that pretentious foreign lawyer has been prattling away!
Objection!
Then by all means, counter the charges, sir.
Well, butts.
The prosecution demands that the witness testifies in response to the accusations brought by the defense.
You wonder if Awful Guy has a dance for every emotion? Probably.
Delighted, I'm sure. The witness is reminded that the crime under scrutiny in this trial is the murder of the pawnbroker, Mr. Winterbank. That being a most flaggish bad offense for which the law of the land sanctions capital punishment. But the heinous act of high treason is no less a serious crime. I urge you to bear that in mind as you testify, Mr. Graydon.
Well, double butts.
So then, let us proceed.
Hey!
You got out, let us have a rabbit and pork here, governor! We got things to say!
I beg your pardon. Who do you think you are?
Name's not Skulkin. Occupation is professional baddie.
Name's Rigo Skulkin, but we ain't baddies enough to sell out our motherland.
That's right. We're what they call... Yahoo! The three Skulkin brothers!
Yo, Gregson is so done with this shit.
Maybe if I just sit here and eat my fish and chips, they will ignore me. Bad timing, fellas! That's very bad timing!
Graydon's counter. Okay, so obviously we don't press Graydon. We press the idiots.
The mere communications officer couldn't possibly steal confidential government information. Besides, the sounds produced by that music box aren't even Morse code. It was some low-class brickmaker negotiating with McGilded anyway. Was it not? I have no relation to the man.
Look, all we done is break into the gap the other night like we were what we don't told to do. If we had known there was dodgy governments, if we were known there were dodgy government secrets involved, we wouldn't have touched it. They're turning on him. They're turning on him.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. What Mr. will do, Governor? What's up? Do I take it now that you admit to your crime? That on the night in question you did indeed gain entry to the premises illegally? And moreover, you did so as a party of 3, in collaboration with Mr. Crichton here. Yeah.
We did, Gov! We did! They're turning on him!
What do you say to that, Mr. Crichton?
I have no idea what these two ruffians are referring to.
Oh, you little rotter! Getting mixed up with this monkey business! You never said nothing about no government secrets! It was supposed to be a straight-up job!
And what about the geezer whose shop it was, eh? Poor bloke didn't have the door now, did he? Oh, bless these two. Bless these two for being amazing. I'm not even upset that they took freaking 2 hours of my life. Bless these two.
Whatever these men say, I deny the accusations. Indeed. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this little music box to be so significant in the proceedings.
Hey, when the idiots are against you, that is the worst situation. Because it's hard to argue against smart people. It's impossible to argue against idiots.
However, as it has, I will admit it to the court record as evidence.
Alright, finally. Look, I don't have time for your crap right now. I need to look at the court record. See how the for Mr. McGilded disc sits on the music box the man deposited at the window banks? It couldn't be a more perfect fit.
So there's no question the disc was designed to be played in this music box.
And despite that, the sound it produces are neither musical, nor do they appear to have any meaning. It just doesn't make any sense.
I wonder
You're a genius, you should know Morse code!
if perhaps there's more to this music box than meets the eye. Maybe we haven't discovered all its secrets yet.
Alright, well, I think that was the entire area here. Wait, hold on. Maybe the bottom? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh!
Oh!
What is it, Ryuno?
I've just noticed something about the music box. Looks like the bottom of it open.
Ah, you're right! Well, come off it! What are you waiting for?
Alright, here goes.
Oh, it's a double box!
Look, there's another movement on the underside.
The code's not complete! So does that mean
You can set another disc to play.
you gonna set another disc to play back on this side?
Yes, I think so. And it looks like the two movements are linked together.
They're linked? So if you had
So if you had two discs, they would both play back at the same time.
which means we need to find a second disc. Who would have thought there'd be a second movement on the other side of the box?
And this movement is like the other one. The comb's teeth are all the same length.
So the movement also only produces a single tone, like the other one?
Yes, it must do.
Is that correct grammar? I don't know, maybe it's Old English grammar.
Except the length of the teeth of the combs isn't the same.
So it plays two different tones, like maybe a dot and a...
So the single tone produced by this movement will be different to the single tone we've already heard.
Imagine having two lullabies playing. That'll put your baby to sleep. Does Graydon have the second box, second disc? Maybe. Oh, that's... He broke into the window banks not to get the music box, but to collect the disc. Because the music box is completely meaningless if you don't have the discs. So he just went in, he broke into the window banks, and that's why the music box shifted. Because he opened up the box, took the disc, and left. The other disc must have been inside the music box. That's why he had to break in twice. Once to get the one disc from... Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember when he went into the the window banks, when the very first time we saw him as Eggs Benedict, he said, he said, is there only one disc? And then Windobank said, yeah, there was only the one. And then he looked disappointed. He must have been after a second disc, and that's why he broke in a second time in order to get the second disc, which was inside the music box.
Each movement can only produce a single note.
But the notes they produce are different. A music box that can only play two tones. Is that not going to get added to the court record? I gotta say, pretty creative design for selling out government secrets. Yeah, I wonder where the second one... Well, Graydon definitely had it at one point. I'm not sure who has it right now. He sold the government secrets for me Lucky Charms! Did he cha-cha real smooth right before he shot? Oh! I'ma shoot your ass. What if it's Gina? Random theory. Would Gina have it? I'm not sure. So this newspaper article, this newspaper headline is So is this newspaper headline accurate? Government communications are being intercepted? How could I possibly know? What do you mean by that? Any important government communications are handled by high-level officers, by specialists. General members of staff in the station where I work would never be entrusted with sensitive information. Oh no, stop. Must I say something? Stop. Let me guess. Oh, juror number 5. We regular communication station officers aren't as lonely as you're led to believe. A team of us are responsible for setting up and testing the telegraphs used by the ministry. And Mr. Graydon is the team leader. You don't say! You don't say, juror number 5! That's fascinating. My god, woman, shut up! Graydon is highly skilled operator. Stop. Currently in presence of my idol. Stop. Yo, she's simping for Graydon. Yes, keep simping. Keep simping. Let it all out, juror number 5. So, you had access to the equipment used for these confidential communications, Graydon? Well, what of it? The transmissions are always being made behind closed doors, or they cannot be heard.
And in any case, all messages are sent enciphered. Normal employees couldn't possibly understand them.
Oh, no, stop. Must I say something? Stop. Yes, let it all out. Let your heartfelt desire for Graydon out.
Mr. Graydon regularly attends meetings with ministry technicians and the ministry communications team.
He assists them in ensuring that there are no errors in important international communication. Oh, you don't say! You don't say! Okay, oh, I see!
And he's received the top prize at the Cipher Cracking Convention 5 years in a row now!
Okay, I'm gonna be real here. If you want to steal government secrets, you probably shouldn't be joining Cipher Cracking Convention. That's also fascinating.
My god, women, I'm gonna kick you out of my fan club!
Graydon is highly skilled operator, stop! Currently in presence of idle, stop! That's how he passes time. Oh, I'm just gonna crack another code today.
Well, your idol would appreciate it if you kept your mouth shut!
You should really pick her idols more carefully.
I tell you, this lawyer's accusations are completely unfounded. Besides, the sounds produced by that music box aren't even Morse code!
Hold it!
They're not. To anyone with a brain, it would be blatantly apparent on listening to that music box even for a few seconds.
Of course. Well, duh. Obviously it's not Morse code. Yeah. I mean, obviously. I knew that. Yeah.
Surely it can't be that my learned friend is unfamiliar with Morse code.
He looks genuinely shocked at my ignorance. We need Graydon to solve something. What are ARGs?
I would be more than happy to demonstrate the basics for you, sir.
Yes, please. Yes, please, juror number 5. A lesson in court by the lovely juror number 5, who is not as beautiful as juror number 2 because she's married, which is disappointing. What? Alternate reality. Man, we need to get Graydon in like the next nonary games. He would solve that and like bam.
Morse code is a continuous series of 2 distinct tones.
Tones, you say?
Yes. A short dot and a long dash. By combining those in different ways, you can construct letters.
I see.
For example, this is an A. And this is a B.
Wait, B is dash dot dot dot. Yeah, that's right.
But when you listen to the sound produced by this music box, you only hear one tone, don't you?
But it sounds so similar! The rhythm of it is everything! It makes me want to groove!
But there's no discernible meaning to this apparently random sequence of sounds. So your assertion is fundamentally flawed. This is not Morse code.
Ow. Really? No. Really. Can you imagine in frickin' court? Someone says, "No, I don't think your theory is right, counsel." And then some witness on the stand is like, "That's right! You can't prove anything!"
Really? You shouldn't be so surprised. What? Did I tell you? That music box is nothing but a worthless piece of scrap! Perhaps you might consider studying your subject matter before casting aspirations in the future.
Stop. Nothing to say, but stop.
Oh, this is so frustrating, isn't it? Iris said with a smile on her face.
Iris?
I mean, if the government secrets were somehow being leaked using the music box, all we need to do is play the music box and I'd know everything! I'd hold the government ransom! So many other things would slot in place so nicely.
So there could still be something I haven't considered. Would it really be impossible to use this? Give it a try. There's still every possibility the music box was instrumental in the leaking of government secrets. That is the belief of the defense, at least.
Objection!
Does it please you in some way, my Nipponese friend, to repeat the same line of argument ad infinitum? It's already been established to be Morse code that to be Morse code, 2 tones are required: dots and dashes.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Then what? Well, it would appear the defense has some hypothesis to put forward.
Oh, looks like somebody's a little bit upset right now.
You had better present your idea at once, counsel. How do you propose that this music box, which appears to only produce a single tone, could have been used to cipher secret messages in Morse code?
Oh, what is this? What is this? I've just noticed something about the bottom for a second time. Open, open, open. Oh, what is that? What is that over there? So does that mean you can set another disc on this side?
I think so. And it looks like the 2 movements are linked together.
They're linked together?
So if you had 2 discs, they would both play back at the same time.
What could this be?
Got it.
Good gracious! What am I looking at here? Another movement on the other side of the music box.
I just realized when he rubs his head, he's actually shifting his wig back to the proper position.
What?
Oh, somebody doesn't look very happy right now. Oh, somebody looking bad. Oh no, he's gonna discover my secrets. It appears, my lord, that the 2 movements are linked together. In other words, you can put 2 discs on this music box, and the sounds of both will play back at the same time!
Good heavens!
As the court has heard, Morse code comprises of 2 tones, a short beep and a long beep. With the second disc in place, the music box could be used to generate Morse code and convey a message!
This is beyond a joke, and I am not cha-chaing right now!
I'm sorry.
This poor excuse for a lawyer has absolutely no evidence to support his claims. No, of course. If my learned friend were able to present with the court with the second disc, that would be another matter. Well,
I can't at the moment. And may I remind the court that, as the witness has pointed out, he was not the one on the omnibus with McGilded 2 months ago striking a deal over the disc or discs. Iris would hold the entire government. She totally would. Hey, how's it going, Meep?
Indeed. That was Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
Exactly! I had nothing whatsoever to do with it!
Though it has holes, I admit the argument presented by the defense has much promise. I believe the cross-examination should continue. The link between Graydon and the victim of the omnibus case must be there somewhere. I haven't found it yet.
Oh dear, it looks like you need to give your argument more strength, Ryuno.
You will reiterate your testimony if you please, Mr. Graydon.
What do you think she'd threaten the government into doing? Candy. Lots and lots of candy.
If I must. Though I maintain exactly what I did at the start of this pointless cross-examination. It was some low-class brickmaker negotiating with Miss McGilded anyway, was it not?
Hold it!
So 2 months ago on that omnibus, McGilded killed the brickmaker and stole the disc.
And Mr. Mason was a single man with almost nothing to his name. It seemed he lived in the artisan quarter some years ago, but people there remember little about him.
Are we suing the surgeon? I don't know. Depends on whether or not Sherlock lives. Herlock. How would a humble brickmaker come to acquire such secret information?
How indeed.
There must have been somebody else involved behind the scenes in all of this. Somebody who acquired the disc and gave it to Mr. Mason in order to take the meeting with Mr. McGilded and negotiating a deal.
Dear me. Oh, cha-cha real smooth. You may have it in it for me, sir, but I assure you, I have far more class than that.
An old brickmaker from an artisan quarter, and this well-to-do communications officer. If only I could find some evidence to link the two of them together. I'ma smack a bitch.
If you have nothing more to add on that note, let us return to the witness testimony.
Look, all we done is break into the gap the other night like what he told us to do. Hold it!
Like Mr. Graydon told you to do, you mean?
That's it, yeah! Who else? Silly me thought he was just popping over for a natter after all them years, but the rotten had a dodgy job, for us.
Wait, popping over for a natter after all these years? Do you know him personally?
Hey, Ash! Oh my god, they're like BFFs! He even has a nickname for him!
Don't look at the idiots!
Ash and Nash. Let me stop you there, Mr. Skulkin. After all them years, you say. Yeah, my boy chose the wrong accomplices. Do you mean that to tell me that Mr. Grayson is an acquaintance of yours?
Hey, we're the sociable kind of baddies, you know. Sure, let's say Graydon's like an old china.
Excuse me.
Ash, Nash, and Ringo. Is something wrong, Skulkin? Mr. Skulkin.
Eh?
No, the other Mr. Skulkin.
What? Oh, me?
When your brother was testifying just now, he said something that seemed to cause you to react.
Oh, I was just remembering the old days, that's all. We used to have a right old laugh together back in way back when.
Together with Mr. Graydon, you mean?
Yeah, with Ash, I mean. I love these two. They're such dunces. Pluto Nash in 3D. Yeah, with Ash. With Ash. Oh, I mean, if you look at him now, he has the fancy way of whistling his flute. And you wouldn't Adam and Eve it. But when we was younger, we was from the poor part of town, just like us. Is that so? But he was always hilarious, well. He had the brain, he had the savvy. Always coming up with small ideas and what would never have gone through our heads. God blimey, ain't that the truth? Remembering Milverton and Skulkin's milk run?
Milverton?
They're lovable, and you've only known them for 7. I know, they're great, right? Yeah, Ash was part of the petty thief gang. That was a corker, eh?
Save it until after the trial. Your reminiscing has no place in this courtroom. And neither does your fruit.
Oh, let them have their fruit. Or the geezer asked us a question, did he? And we was answering. Yeah, we ain't done nothing wrong.
Nevertheless, the court is not prepared to accompany you down your trip to memory lane. Counsel, can we turn our attention back to the testimony, please?
No. What was that about Milverton? I don't know. Could that sentimental story be real? Yes!
They're literally the thieves. I know, right? They're the Home Alone guys. A short dude and a lanky dude.
Yes, counsel.
The brother's last statement could hold vital information to this case.
Very well, counsel. I will permit the brothers to supplement their testimony with that detail. Briefly, I hasten to add.
Say no more! A skulkin's never skulking!
Milverton and Skulkin's milk run. God damn what a day.
I love how that's the testimony.
Hold it! Who's Milverton? I'm sure I'm gonna regret this, but what exactly was that? Some kind of business?
Oh, just a little scheme we had going back when we was youngsters. Bit of fun, really. Delivering fresh milk to the locals. That's what it was all about.
That sounds alarmingly legitimate. There must be a catch. Do you know what I'm just thinking about? I have never seen a milkman in my life, but I know they exist. A dude who walks around in the morning and places milk at your doorstep. It's like, it seems like such a strange concept. Like, of all things, milk? Gregson's just hanging out, man. I suppose what is important here is the... Should we ask them about the business model? I mean, we should ask about the business name, but let's ask about the unrefrigerated. No, the reason why they delivered it in the morning was because there was no refrigeration. So they would have the milk and then deliver it, and by the end of the day, it would have gone bad. That's why they had to deliver it every day. You've seen a milkman a bit too much? Wait, is there a milkman? What? Anyway, I want to ask about the business model, though. Tell me a little bit about the business model. So, how did your little business work exactly?
Well, every morning, down our way, the milkman would come into his car to deliver milk, see? And if you struck your empties outside your front door, you would leave them full again, right? So, we swooped in on the action, got people to sign up with us. We promised to deliver milk for half the price of the other cases doing it. People couldn't wait to sign on the dotted line. We were raking it in, we were.
So, did you live on a dairy farm?
God and Benedict, are you off the rocker? We had nothing. We were too poor to have a farm.
Right.
Yeah. What we had going was simple once you had the idea. We just switch them over, you see? Our customers empties with the full ones from anyone who wasn't in our books. I thought, alright.
So they just stole milk. I think you made to say a diddle, and that's a crime.
It was just an harmless little fossil.
Milking the general public in such a fashion is most certainly not harmless.
Judge, of all people, you did not just make a pun, did you? Please. Judge, listen to me. Listen to me, Judge. You were a good man, but why did you do this to me?
Well, it was him that come up with the idea. I was like the evil genius.
You mean Mr. Graydon?
Yeah, as always in the book when we was growing up. He was going to get himself education or something. And get out of the slum we live in. God, because we all ragged about him, didn't we? I told him it was soft in the head to even think about. But look at him now. He's all going to become a blinking communism. Ain't he?
Seems our judge's cheese. Okay, I cannot believe we are making puns about dairy right now.
A communist officer, Mr. Skulkin.
Sholmes and Wilson's milk run.
No, Iris, don't even think about it. All of a sudden, we seem to be up in our necks in a serious matter of national security. Although all this talk about interception of secret government messages is still just conjecture.
It would explain a number of things, though, wouldn't it?
We just milking the
The negotiation Ginny overheard in the omnibus 2 months ago, and the break-in at the window banks.
daily dairy jokes. Man, you gotta get your daily dose of calcium puns, I guess.
But the trouble is, it wasn't Mr. Graydon in the omnibus. It was Mr. McGilded.
No. That was... Oh, with Mr. McGilded. No, that was Mr. Mason.
If only there was some link between the two men somehow.
I know, but Mr. Graydon's testimony seems to be as watertight as ever. I wonder if the key to making headway with the cross-examination here... He knows! He knows we gotta target the idiot! Oh, popcorn! This doesn't look like Danganronpa. Well, we're in a class trial right now. And Graydon is the black. Oh, thank you so much, popcorn. God damn it. Oh, man. Thank you. I'm a big, strong man, and big, strong men don't cry, so... big, strong man! Thank you so much for joining us. You know, Danganronpa's creators just announced a new game on Nintendo Direct, so maybe we'll play that at some point, too. Thank you so much, Popcorn. I need some more Coke Zero. Coke Zero, because it's healthier than Coke. Disclaimer, I don't know if it's actually healthier than Coke. What's it called? Something Last Defense, something Academy, something. Alright, let's target the idiots. Alright. Alright. Milky Boys. Alright, tell us a little bit more about the business name. So this business was just a bit of fun, you say? And it was just yourselves and Mr. Graydon?
Yeah, that's it.
Milverton and Skulkin's Milk Run, was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Where did the Milverton part come from?
Oh, right. I thought a clever clog like you would have worked it out.
Enough of this.
How much longer are we expected to listen to this dribble?
Let me guess. You don't accept anything these two witnesses are saying? Tell me. Why was it that only at the mention of the name Milverton you decided to interject?
Because,
Well, you can still plead the fifth. But these guys aren't pleading the fifth.
it wasn't the happiest of homes that one came from. Yeah, his old man was struggling for money so much, his wife walked out.
That's awful. Man. Dad's struggling for money, so the mom walks out. And the kid grows up to be a criminal. Poor dad, man. Poor... I suspect Mr. Mason. We're only allowing them to eat fruit because they're giving important information. Yes, pretty much. We're bribing them with fruit.
She took the name Graydon, you see? But I should always be Milverton to us. But no, she took the name Graydon, you see? Well, I should always be Milverton to us.
Milverton. So that used to be your surname, did it?
Of course not! This is all bunkum!
I've been a Graydon since I was born. Do you really think you can rely on the testimony of these two thieves, hmm? You're a communications officer attached to the civil service. As such, your personal details will have been thoroughly checked at the time of your appointment. It would be a very simple matter indeed to subpoena those records, Mr. Graydon.
Oh. My boy Van Zeke's coming in clutch.
Well, it would appear that Mr. Skulkin's testimony has been reliable. For once. You were born Ashley Milverton, then.
Is it Ashley or Ashley? I don't know. What do the fancy British people say for Ashley? I don't know. I guess it's a proper noun. You can say whatever you want, right? But let's look it up. Cambridge. Ashley. They don't have Ashley. They have Ashes. How about ashtray? Well, ashtray is pronounced ashtray.
Ashtray.
Ashtray. I love how American English and English English are two different languages. So I'll go with Ashley. It could be Ashley. I don't know how they would pronounce that name. Yeah, you know, nobody's really sure when it comes to the wrong English, because the only correct English is American!
Is that correct? Very well.
Yes. So Ashley Graydon was at once Ashley Milverton. Alright, so we need to prove either Ashley Milverton is actually Ashley Mason, or Thrice Fired Mason is Thrice Fired Milverton, maybe? What is a kilometer? Yeah, I've never heard of that. That information could change things, and turn out to be extremely important. Ashley Milverton, baby. All of a sudden, we seem to be... Wait! Mason Milverton! Mason Milverton! Mason Milverton! A kilometer. It sounds like a Danganronpa. It does sound like a Danganronpa meter. I knew it from the very start. My man did his dad dirty. Damn. His dad gets killed and he's like, ain't my papa. Not cool. Not cool. Alright, so we've exposed that his name is Milverton. Alright, boys. Maybe Milverton's Milk Run. Thank you, Susato. Wherever you are right now, thank you, Susato.
Objection!
What? It's not this one? His name is Milverton! Are we not gonna point that out right now? Maybe I had to press. I don't. Council, you are very dumb!
What implications, Council? You're such a stupid man.
Yes! I'm so stupid!
What does strike me is your propensity for stupidity.
Oh. Okay, so what argument do they want us to make? Okay, Milverton's Milk Run. If we had known, we wouldn't have touched it. Oh, it's this one. I was some low-class brickmaker. I've no relation to the man. Let's press this one. It must be this one. 2 months ago, the omnibus case. Stole the disc. Mr. Mason. How clever they've been referring to him as Mr. Mason this entire time by his first name. Give myself a pat on the back. Thank you. How would a humble brickmaker indeed? In order to take a deal, yeah, whatever. Yes. Alright, it must be this one. I've no relation to the man. We've just revealed that his name is Milverton. So now we can present this.
Objection!
Mr. Ashley Milverton. Tell me, why did you try to hide your former name from the court?
Because I haven't gone by that name for years. It means nothing to me.
No, I don't think that's the real explanation. The truth is, you had a reason to hide that name.
I got shot by that girl again. Explain yourself, please, Counsel.
I have here notes from the omnibus case, written by my very beautiful, very competent, very violent partner. As we all know, the victim, a man who we now understand to have been negotiating with Mr. McGilded.
Yes, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
That's right. Only Mason wasn't his surname. That was his given name. His full name was Mason Milverton.
Milverton? Do you mean to say
Saints alive!
Mr. Awful Man. Is it not the case that the brickmaker, Mr. Milverton, was your father? Oh! 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 Yeah, I can't believe this guy disowned his own dad, man.
As I believe I mentioned earlier, your family history will have been thoroughly checked when you joined the civil service. And it really would take no time at all for the court to subpoena those records.
The truth is, you've been illegally acquiring highly confidential government information. And selling it on to McGilded in collaboration with your father!
Oh, cha-cha real smooth!
The new facts and evidence, the new facts and logic unveiled by the cross-examination of this witness, all come together to reveal the truth!
Truth, you say?
That you collaborated with your father, Mr. Mason Milverton, in the illegal dealings with Magnus McGilded.
By dint of this music box, you mean, Counsel?
Didn't they say he was a craftsman, right? No, he was literally a mason. Mason was a mason. Wait, was he a mason? I don't remember. Yes. Yes! Stealing information sent by secret government communications and selling it to Mr. McGilded. Mr. Graydon concocted the elaborate scheme of using 2 music box discs to encode the information, as presumably a safety measure against the information falling into the wrong hands.
And a very effective one. I shouldn't have given the scheme any credence whatsoever. But the deal with McGilded went sour, and the brickmaker met his end.
Yes, but before he was arrested, McGilded managed to temporarily dispose of the stolen disc at the pawnbroker. Then, having learnt of the situation, you appeared at the Windibanks 2 days ago, in an attempt to recover the 2 articles McGilded had placed in the pawn there. That's right, hold that injured shoulder, baby.
But that attempt failed.
One of the discs was seized by the police. The other, you never found. So that same night, you enlisted the help of the Skulkin brothers, who probably shouldn't have enlisted because they're idiots, and broke into the pawnbrokery. This time, determined to recover the second disc.
Are you suggesting that the second disc was inside the music box?
I mean, alright, let's be real here. If Graydon had just waited like 12 hours, walked back into the store, and said, I'd like to purchase this box, and Windibank would be like, yeah, cool, and he would have walked out. Hello? 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 Even Windibank valued this thing at valueless. There was literal... Hello? 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 You idiot. You dunce. For all your brains, you resorted to breaking and entering? Hey, sometimes you need a small... Sometimes it takes a small brain to be a big brain. We never knew no more. Truly the idiots of all time. On the night that Windibank was killed, we crossed our eyes. The intruder of the pawnbrokery touched one item, and one item alone. The music box.
That's rather ingeniously demonstrated using the 2 prints from the security camera indeed.
Yeah, at least get some reliable thieves. But then again, those were his, like, BFFs. I'm gonna be real here. Maybe he still loves them. He's like, hey guys, you want to do another one for old time's sake? Hell yeah, buddy! I'm glad to see you back. Maybe he was so rich, and then he felt like, no, I gotta get back to my roots. I gotta give, like, the ghetto, the East End ghetto, some props. Let's do a job, boys. Hell yeah! So the question that naturally begs answering is this: why was that only one article was disturbed? The answer's obvious. Because it contained the second disc, which the intruder was desperate to retrieve. Since if it were to fall in the hands of the police, it would be proof of high treason. So, you staged a breaking and entering, thus forcing the police to come and take the music. He's so dumb. For as smart as he is, he's also an idiot. Clearly, all that reading didn't teach him how to live on the streets. He was born on the streets, but he don't belong in the streets. Well, Mr. Graydon, do you deny that all of this actually began that fateful night 2 months ago? What if Graydon is the one who killed McGilded? Oh, then everything would make sense. He got revenge for his father, and then 2 months later he attempted to retrieve the disc. There were dumber people who did more elaborate crime.
I refuse to accept any of this nonsense!
My boy, you bleeding. Sir? There appears to be blood seeping through the sleeve of your jacket. You don't wear white when you bleedin', boy. Unless you're Kiryu Kazuma. Because if you're Kiryu Kazuma, no matter how much blood sprays around, it never gets on your white suit. 2 nights ago, we know that 3 shots were fired at the scene of the crime in Windibank's pawnbrokery. But bam, one took the life of the pawnbroker. One struck the pouch around some guy who's probably not that important. And the final bullet struck the calendar on the wall of the shop, having first pierced the arm of one of the intruders. Kiryu just has a hydrophobic suit. Maybe. Mr. Graydon, that wound on your arm that you're trying to hide, it's a bullet wound, isn't it? Oh, he says all smug while his arm is on top of Kazuma's sword. I realize there are other implications to that statement, but I'm going to ignore them.
You got you now, me old China. Time to call it quits then, Grok, I reckon.
Don't acknowledge my presence there under any... Don't acknowledge my presence there under any circumstances whatsoever! Those are my terms, remember! I paid you handsomely to comply. Clearly, I was a fool to think I could trust some common backslum thieves. Fine. I admit it. I was there in the Windibanks that night. I paid this pair 10 guinea pigs to accompany me. And as you've noticed, I sustained an injury in the course of my adventures. But that is all! I admit to nothing more. You literally just admitted to high treason, which is punishable by death. Literally, your testimony is going to get you killed, regardless of how you spin it, so.
Stealing government secrets, negotiating with Mr. McGilded. Cha-cha real smooth!
As God as my witness, I'm sure I recall nothing of the sort! Hey, Ashley Graydon. I'm God, and I'm just saying I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I know. I love how Ringo's standing on a little box. It's great. You can't cha-cha the gallows. He's not going down without a fight. Not until I can show hard evidence. Nevertheless, the defense has now established a crucial fact. Which is... well, we know that one bullet was fired from each of the two firearms we have in evidence. The bullet from the Skulkin's gun hit the pouch around Mr. Sholmes' waist. The bullet from Mr. Windibank's gun clearly must have been the one that caught Graydon on the arm.
Indeed it must. We can rule the possibility that the man shot himself.
And that leads us to only one conclusion. Mr. Windibank was shot by a third gun, which can only have been fired by the third intruder.
Goodness!
That's right, Mr. Graydon. Cha-cha your way out of this. The only person who could have shot Mr. Windibank that night is you!
Hold it!
Who was that? Okay. Advice for any one of you, I hope you never end up in criminal court, but if you do, generally, it is not a good strategy to laugh maniacally. It's generally a bad strategy. Now maybe some lawyer can prove me wrong, but it's usually not a good strategy.
You little upstart! You made a grave mistake when you summoned me here.
Well, if you can't help it, then just try to keep it to a minimum. What is that supposed to mean?
Yes, as you rightly say, I was there at the pawnbroker's. I did my best to hide the fact, naturally. I had no intention of ruining the distinguished career I'd built for myself at the communication station. But did the thought never cross your mind? Did you never consider the possibility?
What do you mean? What thought? What possibility?
The possibility that if I was there at the scene, I may have witnessed the crucial moment.
Are we going to get this man to test? Have we not demonstrated that this man is clearly an unreliable witness? Have we not demonstrated to the court, to the entire court, that this man is clearly an unreliable witness?
You see, this makes me a key witness in this case. And I have my hands firmly around the neck of your client.
No. Literally, Van Zeeks can say, clearly you're an unreliable witness. I'm not going to call you to the stand.
Are you suggesting? I saw it all. I saw the very moment that pickpocket girl pointed the gun at that poor defenseless pawnbroker and shot him.
Van Zieks? Van Zieks? You can literally tell him that not to testify on this. You can literally tell him that he's not allowed to testify on this. Judge, you can tell him that we don't need his testimony on this. You can stop him from testifying. It's like he's clear. Come on, Judge.
Well, it would seem we are finally entering the last act of this trial. Mr. Graydon.
Yes.
I trust you are fully aware of the implications here. If it is shown that your claim is false, you will have incriminated yourself as the killer.
Oh.
I understand fully.
Okay. So I think what's gonna happen is that he's gonna testify, even though he shouldn't. You could literally say he has already incriminated himself. You could just say the testimony that you are no longer needed. Leave. Don't let him cook.
You will explain to the
No, Judge, no! You'll explain it to the court. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna interpret this as a positive. The judge and Van Zieks are putting their faith in Naruhodo, even though they really shouldn't.
You will explain to the court precisely what you saw at the moment the defendant allegedly shot the victim.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure. All right, let's take this guy down. The moment of shooting. Yeah.
While these ruffians were jostling with the broker, I was still near the entrance to the shop. When Winterbank threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. I pursued the man, but he shot himself in the storeroom. I could see through the peephole in the door.
What?
The accused, in a black coat, shot the man in the back as he was trying to flee to safety.
Wait, the accused in the black coat. Right, Gina.
I saw the blood splatter all over that wretch.
Oh no, there is blood splatter on that coat!
Then she tossed the gun out of the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape.
What? Screw you, Graydon! Frickin' screw you! Screw frickin' you!
Good gracious. This is quite extraordinary testimony.
Don't worry, Graydon. We're gonna take you down.
You claim, sir, under oath, to have clearly seen the defendant pulling the trigger. Order!
It wasn't my intention to testify in this way. But neither is my intention to be found guilty of a murder that I didn't commit. So you see, as I cha-cha here today, my hand has been forced. I tell the truth now as an act of self-preservation. The truth? Until now, the prosecution was completely unaware of these details.
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
Having shot me in the arm, the pawnbroker was then shot in the back by the accused.
Cha-cha real smooth. And as I said, she was showered in his blood. You say the blood splattered over the accused's coat. Are you sure on that point? Oh, yes. Quite sure.
He's using the blood splatter against us. Oh no. But we know that's not Windibank's blood. It's purple blood, which was Mason's blood. But they won't accept it as evidence. Ah! For once, Herlock, save us! Crap!
All over the black overcoat the pickpocket girl was wearing at the time. Really? If her coat could somehow be shown to harbor vestiges of blood, that would be conclusive evidence here. Such an investigation is entirely possible, my lord.
Wait, what? Yeah, exactly. We've already done it.
Only very recently, a German scientist has developed a technique to identify human blood.
Wait, what? We already... Herlock, I can't believe I am praising Herlock. Herlock Sholmes has already invented that. In fact, he had a way to classify them. Pink blood, besides Danganronpa, is also Milverton blood.
So here's the true science. Not some amateurish detective's dubious foray into the world of chemistry.
There's nothing dubious about Hurley's work. His ideas are all sound.
Ideas are no use to us here. In science, as in law, theories must be proven before they stand.
Butthead! I'll shoot you first.
In Germany, the technique has already been employed in the courtroom as the basis of evidence. Scotland Yard has a small quantity of the chemical reagent used. With your lordship's permission... we could shatter all vestiges of doubt within minutes. Van Zix, that will be another $50. Put it on my tab.
Actually, theories must be disproven. Well, you see, I have a theory that I'm the most beautiful man alive, and you can't disprove it, so... What can I say? What can I say? The only thing you shattering. Get out with your puns.
This doesn't look good, Runo.
Why not? Because we know there's blood.
Well, we know, don't we? There's blood all over Ginny's coat. They tested with their chemicals, which are infinitely inferior to Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, help! You're right! Wait, what? Why did he become Southern all the... Oh, gosh, golly, help! You're right! I was forgetting what happened yesterday.
Die, Ginny!
But that's not Windibank's blood. That stains from 2 months ago. That's Mason's blood when he was stabbed by McGilded. My lord, the defense objects to the test proposed by the prosecution.
Overruled. Lord Van Zix, make it so at once.
Why are they actually... This man is 2 feet away from being convicted of high treason, and they're like, oh yeah, but we should listen to him.
The defense may proceed with cross.
Once they find that blood on the overcoat, Cheatham will be...
Counsel!
Yes, my lord!
You'll cross.
Oh, of course, my lord!
If this cross-examination doesn't go well, if I don't manage to uncover some decisive evidence or a really compelling clue now, I have a bad feeling about this. Hey, how's it going, Mystery? Okay. I know what to press, and I know what to point out, I just don't know how to do it. Alright, so I'll tell you guys my idea right now. And this is a 6-part thing, right? When Windabank, I felt a sharp pain. I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole in the door. Wait, go back. Okay, I could see him through the peephole in the door. Now, we have evidence. This was before the murder. This was after the murder. Right? Before the murder. After the murder. Now, we see that the peephole only appears at 1:30, not at 1 o'clock. Right? Which means the peephole somehow appeared between 1 o'clock and 1:30. At this point, I'm fairly certain that the only way to create a peephole within, like, let's say 10 minutes, would be the stupid flap-o-matic that Iris created. And we know the people who have access to the flap-o-matic would be us, and then Herlock, and then what's her face? And then Susato. And also Gina. But if Gina was trying to survive, would she have put a peephole in there? No, it wouldn't make sense for her to put a peephole in there. If she put a peephole, then people could see inside and shoot her. So she wouldn't have put a peephole. Right? Which means... I mean, we can't necessarily prove, right? Just because it's unlikely doesn't mean it's not possible. But let's think about the exact timeline of things. His claim... Okay, let's assume his claim is correct. His claim was that there was a shooting. That she shot him as he was running away. And he looked inside the peephole to see him shooting. To see her shooting. Okay, what we know for sure. If she used the peephole, the cat flapper jacko, right? The peephole maker. It would have been after these guys broke in, right? Her objective was to get inside. We saw her threatening him without the peephole. Originally, there was a possibility that maybe she used it to check inside the back room, but she was already threatening him, and there's no people there, so there's no reason for her to use it to check inside. She found her way inside, okay, and then the guys break in. There's a shooting. Okay, sure. If she was planning, if she was about to shoot someone, okay, if she was fearing for her life. Of course she wouldn't check outside because she doesn't want anyone to look inside. Sure, fair enough. Now let's suppose she was going to shoot someone. If she was going to shoot someone, then throwing the gun and throw the gun out. What did he say? The accused shot the man as he was trying to... I saw the blood splatter all over that wretched girl. Then she tossed the gun out of the peephole. So I picked it up and made my escape. Okay. She tossed the gun out of the peephole. She threw the gun out of the peephole. And so you picked it up, supposedly. And you ran. It's unlikely, but it's like, it doesn't make sense, but, you know, we can't necessarily argue a rational argument, because because we can't argue that all events were rational. Okay, but we're probably gonna have to press him, but I'm trying to figure this out. We're probably gonna have to press him at some point, but I'm trying to figure this out for now. Okay. But while she's in there, she has no reason to make the peephole because she's already accomplished her goal. Now, the people, when the people appeared, right, that occurred in a matter of minutes. In maybe like two minutes, right? They heard a noise. The guy went out. Then he ran back in. There's no time for her to make a peephole in that period of time. No worries, enjoy your rice, Slippery. Which means... No, there would be no time for her to make a peephole. Right, she would come out, not Milverton, Windibank would come out, would fight, go back in, and then could... No, she couldn't have made a peephole in that time. Okay, I don't know how good Iris's invention is, to be honest. It could be, like, instantaneous, but... And then she locks the door. Locking the door and then creating a peephole is a contradiction. So she wouldn't have locked the door and created a peephole after the fact. Which means the only time she could have made that peephole was during when things were going insane. But she wouldn't have any time because of from both the testimony of her and the testimony of the Skulkin brothers, the events happened very quickly. So boom, 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 shoot, run, dead. Which means she couldn't... Yes, I'm fairly sure. I'm very sure. Overclock detected. So I'm fairly sure that at least from based on a reasonable understanding of what occurred, I think a reasonable conclusion to make is that she couldn't have created the people. She wouldn't... There's no need to do it beforehand because she's already accomplished her goal of getting inside. It would be a contradiction afterwards because that would defeat the purpose of locking the door. She couldn't have done it in the middle because the events were happening very quickly. And the events happened within, like, I don't know, maybe a span of 30 seconds or something. I don't know how long it was, but if the events happened, let's just say within a few minutes, there would have really been no time to do that. Because the door would have been open. Right, the door was open, right, and then he ran back into the door. I think? No, it doesn't matter, because the door was moving, so she couldn't have done that. You're saying that because she locked the door, she wouldn't have used the flappa kappa thingy because it would endanger... Possibly. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure on that. But let's make the assumption that she didn't do it. She didn't put the people in. No, hold. He said he saw the shot happen. He said he saw blood splatter onto her. Which means it's not just that she would close the door and then create the people. She had to consciously create the people before she shot the guy. Now, if she had the intent of murder, would that make sense? Okay, so there needs to be some sort of justification as to why she would create the peephole before she shot the guy. And that would make no sense, right? It would justify afterwards to create the peephole so she can check outside or maybe throw away the gun. But not beforehand. Is that right? Right, so we have to justify that she made the peephole beforehand. But they were also in and out in like 30 seconds after he got shot, right? So I don't think there is time, right? Now, there could be. It's possible that there is time, but I think she wouldn't have enough time to... The guy runs in, she locks the door, she creates the people, and then she fires. And this guy is claiming that he was in and out very quickly. They're all three of them. The two Skulkins and Graydon, Milverton, is saying that they were in and out very quickly. And he is simply saying that during that time, he looked inside and he saw the shot. Which is a very short time frame to create a thingamajiggy, which probably takes like several minutes. And so... the logical conclusion here is that if she didn't do it, it was either me, which I know it's not me because it's my first person's perspective, Herlock, Susato, or Iris. Iris didn't come with us, so it's either Susato or Herlock. And at this point, it doesn't matter who it was because the peephole couldn't have existed before the shot took place, which means the entire thing is a contradiction. But it begs an even further question of how the heck does he even know about the people? Right? No! Gregson, you didn't! Is Gregson helping the bad guys? Could that be what they were discussing? Laugh track at low volume. Ha ha ha. Alright, well anyway. Maybe... Oh my god. Was Gregson... Oh, frick. That scared me. Was Gregson telling him what to say? Like, in his testimony? He's like saying, all right, now make sure you get this right. The first thing you say is that you looked through the peephole and you saw her, okay? Okay? Gregson, did Gregson fabricate a testimony for him? Oh, no, Gregson, no. Mr. Windabank emerged from the storeroom. Okay, so let's push him further. Now we have a basic theory, so let's push him to see if we can get more details and eliminate some possibilities. Ringo and Nash were scouring the counter when he suddenly appeared and flew at them.
He already had the revolver in his hand. Fortunately, I wasn't too close.
I ain't never been so scared all my life. Yeah, we're just all regular manglers, burglars, that's all. We don't like violence.
I believe them. They seem like two huggable burglars. They would break into... These guys would break into your house and say, oh, sorry about that. And then you'd be like, you know what? It's okay. Have a loaf of bread, guys. Says the pair who carry a gun. What do you mean when you say you were near the entrance to the shop?
I was in the doorway, running my eyes over the shelves of forfeited items. Looking for the music box, of course. The broker went for Nash in the first place. Then Ringo joined in, making it 2 against 1. So I assumed they could handle the situation.
Have you seen how thick my boy is? Make it a 10 against 1 and it's still not fair. You go, Winterbank. Canadian burglars. Yeah, I hope there's a good reason. That gun's for protection.
That gun's for just protection, eh?
But I was wrong.
I was trying to help me little brov. The old geezer chucked me over the blooming counter. So I pulled my gun on the old fella. And that soon made him scapper.
A pair of you setting up the poor defenseless pawnbroker together.
Shame on you. Sorry, Gov. Hold it!
You mean that's the moment when you were shot?
Yes, though I didn't immediately realize what had happened, of course. Things crashed to the floor from the counter as the 3 men were brawling. It was that exact moment that it happened, so I didn't hear the gunshot.
And the bullet went on to strike the calendar wall behind you. Let's just ask the Skulkin brothers. Maybe we just... Maybe we should just... Yeah, maybe we should just, like, ask the Skulkin brothers to testify.
So it would appear. When I looked at my arm, it was bleeding badly, so I wrapped my handkerchief around it. Seeing as I couldn't explain what had happened to the doctor... Seeing as I couldn't explain what had happened to a doctor, I had no choice but to wait for it to heal. I didn't imagine it would still be bleeding 2 days later.
Have you ever seen a frickin' gunshot? It could frickin' shatter your bones.
Did Mr. Winterbank intend to shoot you, do you think? Well now, I don't imagine he even noticed I was there, to be honest. Perhaps the gun went off accidentally. Anyway, it didn't quite strike home.
When I pulled my gun on him, he tried to shove me out the way. And then he scampered through the back door.
At which point, what did you do? I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole of the door.
Oh, whoops, go back. Alright, go back. This is the important one.
Hold it!
You mean you chased after him?
I don't recall the reason why, but I ran into him at the back of the shop.
And what about this peephole in the door you mentioned?
Well, unsurprisingly, a storeroom door is a solid job, made of stout wood. Gregson's testifying! Objection! Testifying for the witness! Objection! Gregson helping him testify! Gregson, no! Gregson, no!
Oh no, you see? The hinge is on the outside. It couldn't have been Gina because she would have been inside. So it must have been either Susato or Herlock Sholmes.
Gregson, you got some splaining to do.
Yeah, Gregson's gonna be tough to crack.
Well, there's a small opening in about head height. No offense, Ringo. That lets you see what's inside from the outside. Man, see?
Actually, I should know that about that, shouldn't I? I looked through it myself that night, but only after you finished chasing them. And what about your burgling brothers? Did you see what went on through the people as well?
Not likely, Gov. Didn't see nothing of the sort, Gov.
I doubt these two buffoons were even aware of the people's existence. They didn't know about it because they couldn't have known about it because Gregson is helping you testify! Sholmes couldn't have done it because he got that baby bruise on the stomach. Ah, jeez. Quit being a baby. So the Skulkin brothers were there, but they didn't see the killing of Windibank take place. Inside the storeroom, I could see the broker and that young girl standing there.
The defendant.
Yes, though neither of them noticed that I was looking. The girl raised her gun and pointed it straight at the man.
And then, what did you see next?
What? That's it? That's all we got? The accused in the black coat shot the man. Alright, maybe another one of these. Yes, when the crime was discovered, the defendant was found with a gun in her hand. But that was when Windibank's gun. But that was from Windibank's gun, from which only a single bullet had been fired. And we've already established, Mr. Graydon, that the bullet was fired at you. But no, it wasn't the broker's gun that the pickpocket girl had when I saw her. Yes, while I was cha-chaing, the bullet from the Windibank's gun grazed my arm. And yes, the Skulkin's gun grounded the detective. But this was another gun entirely. A third gun. The broker's gun was not the murder weapon, so clearly there had to be a third firearm involved. I guess ballistic markings didn't exist. In other words, the accused must have had her own gun with her at the time.
Objection.
But no other gun was found at the scene!
Are you daft? Calm yourself, counsel!
What? Bro, you gotta chill. You must consider the events in order. At the first, I saw the broker and the girl glowering at each other, but then all of a sudden, the broker turned to run. And it was at that moment that the little gutter rat shot him in the back while I was cha-chaing. A chilling image, I must say. I saw the blood splatter all over that wretched girl.
Hold it!
All over her? Like, from her head to her toes? Why don't you check her face for blood? It wasn't there, huh? Yes, through the peephole, I saw it clearly. Of course, the stains are invisible now. What with the coat being such a dark color. Hold up. Did he say color incorrectly? Yeah, look at him. He spells color C-O-L-O-U-R. Colour, it's not colour. Graydon. British. God. But I assure you, that garment is sullied with the victim's blood. Well, it's sullied with blood, that's for sure.
But it's not Mr. Windibank's blood.
No, that's right. It's Mr. Mason Milverton's. What a bunkum.
It's so annoying. If they'd only accept Harley's chemical analysis, we could prove it.
But they won't. So unfortunately, we can't use it.
Oh, bother.
It's like Winnie the Pooh. Oh, bother. Think. Then she tossed the gun out of... Wait, do I really have nothing? I haven't gotten a single detail out of him.
Hold it!
Did I hear you she threw the gun out of the room?
That's right. After the broker fell to the floor, she started walking over. Over where, exactly? In the direction of the storeroom door, to where I was watching. Of course, I quickly retreated, and then the girl dropped the gun through the peephole onto the floor on my side of the door.
You called him nonsense? He is nonsense!
But why on earth would she do such a thing?
It's not his responsibility to know, of course. That's called testifying for the witness.
I couldn't tell you.
Perhaps she was hoping to distance herself from the murder weapon.
Without thinking, I went and picked it up.
Hey, that's kind of not fair, because last time someone picked up a gun, he was almost found guilty, aka Naruhodo.
I suppose I was worried about just leaving it there, in case any more tragedies took place. So it was you, in fact, who took the third gun from the scene of the crime.
Edgeworth too, oh, that's a good point.
Yes, it was yours truly. Looking at my cha-cha. I left the cleanup to my lackeys and left.
The clear up. Clear up.
We made a bit of mess around the counter, so Mr. Whistle and Flute told us to tidy up.
Whistle and flute?
Mr. Whistle and Flute told us here to tidy up. He thinks he's a bloomin' mama sometimes.
Well, I was paying you enough, by God. 10 guinea pigs each!
Tell me, Mr. Graydon, when you left the pawnbrokery that night, was it by any chance with the second disc in your jacket pocket?
You little toe rag!
You're like a bull at a gate.
Y'all good? You good? You good, guys?
Excuse me.
You good? Okay. Gentlemen. What were you doing there, Gregson? Do not the pair.
Man, something wrong, sunshine, man, see?
That should be my line. You do realize you were just violently shaking Mr. Skulkin?
Blimey. He's a bit of a hooligan, ain't he?
What was going on just now?
You saw him? He grabbed me by the whistle. What a places, he said. Didn't you mention the third gun when we got down to the station?
And why didn't you?
Because we didn't know nothing about it. All the flaming people on the door.
Sorry about that, Mercy.
Gregson? Gregson? Gregson?
I could be prone to losing my rag sometime, Mercy. Not hurt, are you?
God blimey. Seeing the way he's looking at me, I'm telling you, this thing up in the willies.
That was weird. Did he strike up another negotiation with Nash? What were you, what, did he strike up another negotiation with Nash maybe at the station? Wait, what? Huh? Wait, Gregson, how much have you been working with, oh my, Gregsy, please, Gregsy, please don't do this to me.
No, that wasn't like Gregsy at all. He's normally all sweetness and light, no matter what I say to him.
That's literally only you, Iris. Yeah, well, I think you might be a special case. What did he say for me to suspect that? I mean, I don't know, but going after Nash suddenly, I don't know. Like, he's clearly working with the enemy. He's clearly working with the bad guys.
Well, anyway, that was definitely out of character. Character.
Man, I'm gonna eat my fish and chips.
Wait, did I? Wait, maybe... Should I not have pressed everything? Oh, no!
My lord! Requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination.
Explain yourself, officer.
I have the results of the test that was ordered earlier, my lord.
Oh, no, 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 we were supposed to complete it before then.
The blood on the accused overcoat.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Thank you, officer. Very well. The cross-examination is hereby temporarily...
No, 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 no!
I presume you have no...
I object! I object! No, no, object! We have to finish the cross-examination before we present new evidence!
Well, there you have.
Gregson, do you really believe Gina did it? Gregson, do you really? This man right next to you is committing treason. He is betraying your country.
A report, please, Inspector.
Yes, sir, Mason. Traces of human blood were found on the overcoat of the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. From the extent of the stains, it would appear that they were the result of splattering following a gunshot.
No! No, it was a knife wound!
In a report.
Goodness.
Oh, marvelous cha-cha. See? What did I tell you?
Objection!
No, the blood in that coat is not Mr. Windibank's.
What on earth makes you say that, Counsel?
The coat originally belonged to Magnus McGilded. Just before his coat was deposited at the Windibanks, McGilded fatally stabbed Mr. Mason Milverton. So the blood on the overcoat is the blood of the brickmaker from the omnibus case.
Objection!
Well, the dead cannot speak. Isn't that right, my Nipponese friend? You ever met someone named Maya no, because she's not born yet. Never mind. Sorry?
2 months ago in this very courtroom. Did you not argue fervently for McGilded's innocence?
Damn it, Maya! God damn it, Maya! And yet, now that the man is dead, you brand him as a murderer. Ouch, my hand. Your conduct shatters any shred of respect you may have earned yourself in this country. But that was... No. No. You don't get to say that, man, Zinks! It was literally your faulty prosecution that got him to walk. I feel like I'm going insane. Damn it, Maya!
I call it bawling disgrace. A treachery, that's what it is.
How to determine whether the blood on the coat is 2 months old or not? Even a stereoscope couldn't help answer that. To that problem pop out. To help the answer to that pop out. That can't be done. But, we use Mr. Sholmes's...
Mr. Sholmes is a detective, not a chemist.
which apparently means pharmacist in the UK, I think.
Would you put such faith in a chemical formula devised by me, for example, when I'm a communications officer?
Well, you are very beautiful, so absolutely. I held out, Peroski. What is it? Peroski. I held out Peroski to a starving boy. He ran away. Hey, penguin. I still don't understand why you're here, but I'm glad you are, villain.
Sherlock Holmes is barely more than a figment of the public's imagination. His name carries no weight in the courtroom. No weight at all. Probably weighs a mere 50 pounds.
How could you say that? You think the joke here is they don't recognize him? He literally said, "My name is Villain Borshbeck," and they were like, "Oh, that's cool. We ain't racist. Welcome to Britain." Is this like is this entire art? Okay, I feel like this game, all the games before it I've played, all my understanding of the legal system, and frickin' you guys are all gaslighting me right now. You guys are all you guys are all gaslighting me into thinking that law doesn't exist. Villain is Russia's problem, not Britain. I'm gaslighting myself! No! Double Jeopardy doesn't exist. What are you talking about? It doesn't. Let's not forget, this is a satirical on Japan's legal. It's even worse. What did you do? It's all your fault. How could you say that?
Victory is sweet indeed. This proves my testimony is the whole truth, from start to finish. How did you arrive in such a conclusion, sir? As the witness said, the accused's coat was splattered with the blood of the victim. The only way Mr. Graydon could have possibly known that fact is if he saw it happen.
What do you mean if he saw it happen? He knows his dad got stabbed. No, he doesn't! Did Gregson tell... Gregson created an entire false testimony for... There is no way. There is no way. Wait, the creator created the series based on his experience with the legal system? Oh, that's really sad, actually. Anyway, but we got an amazing game out of it, so... In other words, his testimony is solid, and the conclusion is singular. It was the accused who shot the victim in this case. That is the whole truth. No, we have evidence! We still have evidence to present! We still have evidence to present! I'm just gonna assume this is villain. My lord. Oh. My lord. It's been a long battle, this one, but this old warhorse has something to say now, if you please. Mr. Foreman. As of this moment, sir, the squadron has reached its final decision for the third time, so
Who knows if this is actually the final decision, but...
He was accused of doing something he didn't do in school. I mean, maybe not the legal system, but his experience of false accusation, so fair enough.
Ready, men? All for one now. Oh, ready, men? All for one now. Sir.
Guilty.
No, stop.
Guilty.
No, please.
Guilty.
Doctor, you killed her. No.
Guilty.
Villain, please. Villain, no.
Well, it would appear the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached a unanimous verdict.
Hi, King Kuga.
The defense has consistently failed to unpick this witness's testimony. Here's to any attempt you may make at unpicking the juror's decision being equally successful.
Why are you like this, Van Zeeks? I don't believe it. After I've come so far. I can't believe it. Do we get to at least do a summation? How's it unraveling so fast? Wait, no, we get to do a summation, right? How very I have no idea who this is. Is this Kazuma?
How very distressing. To be held in such low esteem.
What the frick? No.
Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Officer? You've delivered the report now. That would be all, thank you.
It occurs to me that with some regularity, Mr. Naruhodo, that scientific truths are determined not by science, but by none other than the human mind. I know that voice. No, it's not. Am I going mad? Ah! No. No! 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 Mr. Shaw! What is the meaning of this? Order!
What business do you have here, detective? The last I heard, you were recuperating in a hospital.
As well as I would be, had I not been set upon an errand.
What errand?
Harry, it's really you! You're awake at last!
Yes, good day, Iris. I appear to be rather late to rise. My apologies. Now, my lord, if you will humor me.
In what manner, sir?
I have something of great importance I wish to give to the young lawyer over there. I need no more than 5 minutes, so would you be so kind as to spare us the time?
What do you say to this, Lord Van Zeeks?
This trial has taken many hours of the court's time, having spent so long already.
Exactly! Having spent so long already, we don't want to waste any more precious time, see?
As I was saying, having spent so long already,
And considering the fact that the detective has a scalpel in his stomach currently, it would seem churlish to deny the defense of mere 5 minutes.
Why does Gregson want the trial to end?
Very well. Counsel, you have 5 minutes.
Okay, I appreciate that, Van Ziegs. Van Ziegs is a true prosecutor.
My dear fellow, I apologize for my tardy arrival.
Mr. Sholmes, are you all right? You do realize there's a literal knife in your stomach right now, right?
All right, I'm all wrong.
Sorry?
I've only just managed to summon the strength to stand, man. I've asked the judge for 5 minutes. But I fear that even that may prove too much for me. Pray, forgive I should pass out.
Let's make this discussion as short as possible.
Hurley, this place is full of idiots. None of them can see how wonderful your chemical blood analysis is.
Well, that concoction of mine was really just a bit of sport to assist me in my investigations. For the most part, it doesn't really work. In fact, it's just colored dye. I never really took the trouble to refine it for appraisal by the scientific community. It's an oversight on my part. I ran out of blue dye.
Why is he changed, man. He changes like that. Sholmes coming in somewhat clutch.
Right, modesty, surely not. But enough of that. I'm here to give you this, my dear fellow.
A lunchbox by Susato. Yo! When all is lost, Susato packs our lunch. Hell yeah! What's that? A lavender furoshiki wrapping.
A leaving present from Miss Susato.
From Susato?
If possible, matters were to be settled without me giving you this. No, those were her instructions when she asked me to do her this favor.
I don't understand.
Miss Susato foresaw today's events, I believe. She knew that the culprit would attempt to escape justice by means both devious and underhanded.
You've heard of Susato takedown. Now Susato bento, baby. Everyone give him a kiss on the cheek. Maybe we'll slap him on the cheek. But which cheek we talking about? If you know what Oh! I'm sorry.
And that you, Mr. Naruhodo, fighting fairly as you want to do, would find yourself in considerable peril. At that very moment of crisis, you were to be given this small parcel. Those were the dear lady's instructions. A leaving present from Susato. What could it be?
It's the cat Flappo, man! I knew it! I knew it!
Oh, it's the machine I made.
Ah.
Wagahai wa neko de aru.
Look, I use this. It's my latest invention.
What is that?
I call it the cat flappo-mat. I can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy.
Wagai wa neko de aru.
There once was a cat named Morgana who said that.
What is Susie up to?
Miss Susato muttered the following words before she left. I'm a failure. I don't deserve to be a judicial assistant.
What? Didn't she say something like that? You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure.
Did she say that because she tampered with the crime scene? Oh, Susato. You don't understand. You don't understand. The richest men in the world aren't the ones who made their money honestly. They're the ones who cheated and lied, but didn't get caught. So you are the best judicial system in the world. You are the best. You 100% grade A best assistant, judicial assistant in the world because she cheated and she didn't get caught. Hell yeah! What did she mean by that, Mr. Sholmes? That night when you left Winterbanks in the pursuit of the thieves. Miss Susato made use of this contraption for a certain purpose. It's not cheating if you don't get caught. That is literally wrong. It's still cheating. That is your answer, dear fellow. Not at all cryptic. Susato used the cat Flappo-Man?
Oh, I know! She made a hole for Waggy!
Your 5 minutes is over. We're out of time already! I'm grateful for you, for affording us that brief recess, Mr. Reaper. I need no thanks, detective. After all, the die is cast. Is it really? The jurors are unanimous in their leanings, no doubt. My learned friend will consider a summation examination. And yes, I'm aware that I have to put more money on my tab. Shut up! But any attempt to alter the verdict now would be utterly futile. I wonder. Mr. Naruhodo? Yes? The rest is down to you, dear fellow. What's your plan? The rest is down to me, huh? I need to be careful here. If I make a wrong move, the trial will end. Badly. My lord? The defense requests time to think. I kind of want to choose that, to be honest. It's no good! I need time to think! What do you think you're doing, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry? What of Miss Susato's gracious gesture? Would you let this final piece of evidence she let you go to— Oh, now he's just making me feel bad. I'm sorry for making a joke. Final piece of— This is not a time for an action. It is the time to hear from a witness. Yes, I know we have to contradict what's his name? I forgot his name. Awful Guy. We have to I think we have to contradict Awful Guy with the idea that he was looking through the peephole, because in theory that shouldn't have been there. But it's not possible for me to bring a new witness to the stand at this point.
I don't think that's what Harry means, Ryuno. Since you chose time to think, we will treat you like a child! Have you forgotten where Here we are in the trial.
Huh. If the defense has nothing more to add, I think we should proceed to education.
Wait, my lord, the defense requests further cross-examination.
Objection!
The jurors have spoken. Protocol dictates that you may not cross-examine a new witness.
I mean, but we don't need a new witness.
Objection!
We just need the previous statement. The defense is not asking for cross-examination of a new witness. Rather, to continue with one of an existing witness.
It would appear that a rather important detail has escaped your attention, Mr. Reaper. My lord, requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt a cross-examination.
You know, come to think of it, Sholmes, your accent was terrible.
What do you mean I am a master of disguise? Thank you, officer. Very well, the cross-examination is hereby suspended.
No, my lord.
So nobody can say anything then. That's right. As a 10-year-old, I command this trial. If Bruno asks to resume his cross-examination.
The court is obliged to allow it. Oh, I wasn't shot by the girl again! I would remind those present that this is my courtroom. Oh, I would remind those present that this is my courtroom.
Why isn't Iris a judge? Because she's 10. Because she's 10.
I concur that the defense is entirely within its rights to request the continuation of cross-examination. However, I will not permit an unremitting protraction of these proceedings. Therefore, I have decided to afford the defense one final opportunity in concluding the cross-examination. Counsel, you must choose but one statement and but one piece of evidence to support your argument.
A single chance to present evidence.
If following that situation remains unchanged, I shall move to abjuration. Adjudication. Is that clear, counsels? You will not press the witness any further, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
A single statement and a single piece of evidence. Most generous. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's high time I fell into a dead faint. I leave this in your capable hands. Ow.
Mr. Shaw! Oh, shut up! I'm not dead.
All right, I think it's high time for a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. I need to fill up Big Jug. I'll be right back. Hello, everybody. I'm back. So to stand so insouciantly before the court in a state of such high fever, either the man has extraordinary strength of mind, or an extraordinary lack of feeling. I imagine he's feeling very little now. The detective is sleeping soundly in one of the antechambers. Strike a man when he's down, why don't you? Well then, counsel, are you fully prepared? It's both. Yeah. One statement, one piece. I won't let Mr. Sholmes down. Or Iris. Hey, what about Gina? What about Gina? And I won't waste this final chance that Susato has given me. It's going to decide the entire outcome of the final I guess it's not the final. Of the trial! Very well then. Under the terms I have outlined, you may resume the cross-examination. Alright, one moment of the shooting again. I pursued the man, but he shot himself. I could see him through the peephole in the door, though. The accused in a black coat. Okay, yes. I saw the blood splatter all over that wretched girl. She tossed the gun out of the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape. There are two statements here with the word peephole. I don't know which one to choose. Could it be both of them are fine? I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save. I could see him through the peephole. Two different statements talk about the peephole. She tossed the gun out of the peephole. In both cases, what we are going to talk about is the fact that the peephole didn't exist yet. There was no way for the peephole to have even existed yet. I pursued the man, but he shut himself in the storeroom. I could see him through the peephole in the door. I'm going to choose the one where he interacts with the peephole. I could see him through the peephole in the door. There's two statements with the word peephole. Number 6 says, she tossed the gun out of the peephole. Let's see what Iris says. His lordship's only going to allow me to present one piece of evidence here. But it's clear what that piece of evidence should be.
How in the world did Susie manage to sneak off with this without me noticing? And she used it in the pawnbrokery?
Yes. At least that's what Mr. Sholmes said. I was only gone from the place for about 5 minutes when I saw the Skulkin brothers. What possible reason could she have used to create this contraption? Could it be that what she did with the cat Flapple-mat completely changes one of the key premises this testimony is based on? If it was a modern people, it wouldn't be big enough to fit a gun through. That is true. Yeah, so the fact that he knows about it at all is fishy. The problem is, I don't know what statement the game wants me to go against. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Because in this one, he clearly interacts with the people. He is saying that it's very possible, like, oh, she threw the gun out. And I thought it was maybe he, like, misremembered. But here, he's very clearly saying, I'm interacting with the peephole. I could see him through the peephole. In the door.
Objection!
What on earth is that eccentric contraption, Council?
Oh, it's my cat Flapple-mat, my lord! It makes a way for cats to get in and out of the room. It can cut through any door you can think of and make a little new door in the middle.
That's right, my lord. It's a device for creating so-called cat flaps. Small doors for cats to come and go as they please without their owners having to open the main door.
I'm sure we can all work that... No, I'm sure we can all work that out for ourselves.
Don't you ever dare yell at my daughter.
But that cat lover's contrivance has no possible relevance to this case. I know how to speak English.
Oh, really?
Of course it doesn't! To start with, there was no cat flap in the pawnbroker's door. Not being a keeper of cats myself, I'm afraid to see what this has to do with the matter at hand.
I don't know, the judge seems to be a guy who would have a cat. Perhaps it would help if I described its function another way then. This contraption is able to create a peephole in any door you can imagine in practically no time at all!
I beg your pardon? A peephole, you say?
2 nights ago, we arrived at the scene only minutes after the murder of Mr. Windibank had taken place.
Man, that's right. According to the paperwork at the yard, it was you, your Japanese assistant, and Sholmes.
The judge just hides his cats in his beard. No, his beard is a cat. Yes. All 3 of us were together. And it's recently come to my attention that my assistant made use of this device at the time.
Your assistant did what?
There was a peephole in the storeroom door. I can attest to that. Because I looked through the peephole myself in order to see inside the locked storeroom.
This is ludicrous. What are you trying to say? Of course there was a peephole in the door. I said as much in my testimony. How else could I have witnessed the crime, for pity's sake?
Exactly. How could you have? Yes. How could... Hey, up top, Ryunosuke.
What? Council, kindly say what you mean. Stop being a Herlock show. I'm sorry!
Alright, it's time. Let's strike the final blow. What I mean is this, my lord. My assistant made the peephole in the storeroom. Until such time as she did, the door had no hole to look through it at all! What? No!
Oh, but did you see that amazing spin, though? This is a farce. Are you really suggesting that people in the doors?
Yes! It was created after the incident had taken place by my judicial assistant, using this device.
Your assistant tampered with the crime scene, whilst being fully aware of the gravity of her actions. This is a most serious act of vandalism.
For which I humbly apologize, my lord. I mean, to be fair, she should have opened a door. She couldn't have just, like, sat there and said, well, someone's dying back there, but I'll sit here and wait. It was in the few minutes that I left the scene in order to pursue the Skulkin brothers. Nevertheless, in the light of this new information, it becomes apparent that Mr. Graydon's testimony is riddled with holes! Just like the door! Hell yeah!
Riddled with... Explain yourself, counsel!
The majority of Mr. Graydon's testimony that appears to incriminate the defendant is based upon that he witnessed what he witnessed through the peephole in the storeroom door. You made a joke? That wasn't a pun. That was an analogy. And there's a difference. Holy moly. Now that's a pun, and I hate it.
Yes, that filthy girl shooting the man in the back.
However, at the time of the incident, the peephole did not yet exist in the door. There's no possible way that you could have seen what you claim! You would say peep... What? I don't even get that one! In short, your entire testimony is a pack of lies!
Order! Is there any credence in this revelation?
Objection!
None whatsoever, as my learned friend surely must realize.
Exactly! This is just some cheap trick designed to discredit me!
I'm afraid not, sir.
Of course it is! Do you seriously expect people to believe that that plaything can cut through a solid wooden door?
Yes, I designed it to be very powerful. It can cut through even the toughest of doors.
That's absurd! I don't believe it for a second!
Ha! I had a feeling you'd say that.
What?
Wacky! Kiwi! Time for dinner!
She cut a door in the middle of the courtroom! What the frick?
Well,
Young lady, this is the old baby. She's vandalizing the courtroom.
Put a peephole in him, exactly.
One does not make cat flaps in the oak paneling of the Old Bailey. I'm not done yet, don't worry. This doesn't mean that the people in the storeroom door at Winterbanks was made by your machine. There's no way you can prove that it was.
I can.
no, but it's easy.
What?
The cat flaps in my flappo mat are all fixed size,
Oh. Compare the dimensions.
and the dimensions of the peephole at the window banks are an exact match. Old Silky's lost for words being defeated by a 10-year-old girl.
Excellent work, main character.
And now it's my learned students' friends to be lost for words, I feel. I believe that your judicial assistant has already left the country for your Eastern Island home.
Well, yes, that's true. It could have been delayed because it's raining today.
Outsmarted by a child, Mr. Eggs! Then you may have some difficulty in establishing all the facts. For the sake of argument, let's assume the people dimensions are a perfect fit for this contraption. In that case, When was the people cut? The prosecution demands proof of your answer.
That's easy. Look at the pictures.
What is the purpose of your line of inquiry, Lord Van Zeeks? It's very simple, my lord. The defense argues that the people was created after the incident using this device. But now that the perpetrator has returned to her native land, she cannot testify to that fact. There is no proof.
There is proof.
And for as long as the defense remains unable to prove when the people was made, my learned friend's claim amounts to nothing more than a baseless accusation.
You're fine. You have proof. You have proof.
Indeed, that is so, Lord Van Zeeks. Well, counsel.
Don't give up now, Runo! This is the time to create your opening and force your way through, just like the machine I made into Ashley Credit's belly!
I'd like to think that Iris is like a budding psychopath. I don't know if I can do this, but I do know one thing. Susato-san is the greatest judicialist. Hell yeah, boy!
Very well. The counsel for the defense will present evidence to support the claim.
You always love the DLC I give.
Proof that the people in the Winterbank's storeroom was created after the event and not before.
Is this the one?
Take that!
What are you? A print from the detective's infernal cameras again.
My judicial assistant, Miss Susato Mikotoba, is an extremely intelligent and capable woman. Which is why I never had any cause to doubt that she would have considered this scenario and made sure I had the necessary proof. I don't know, is that legal?
And the necessary proof is the photographic print, counsel.
Oh, butts. This print shows a scene in the shop the moments after the defendant arrived at the premises.
Agreed. And it also shows the accused mercilessly wielding a gun in the direction of the defenseless broker.
But more to the point, it pictures the storeroom door in the background.
Let's see that print again. I don't believe it. This is really quite remarkable. The door to the storeroom is completely devoid of a cat flap of any description.
Mr. Graydon, you couldn't have possibly witnessed the crime as you claim to have done. Because at the time it happened, there was no people in the door. In other words, your testimony is a catalog of lies.
Oh, spin cha-cha real smooth. Hold up. I am satisfied that the defense has substantiated its claim beyond a reasonable doubt. This witness's testimony was entirely fallacious.
Felicius? Felicia?
Was entirely Felicia.
Spin jutsu. Hey, you know, anyone can spin while having a mental break. Spins and stress.
That's not the only thing we now know beyond a reasonable doubt. My learned friend's assistant's guilt can no longer be denied. The woman tampered with the crime scene.
Really? We're gonna get her on that? She wanted to check inside the storeroom and we're gonna get her on that? That's gonna be called tampering with the crime scene, trying to see inside the door? Twirls in frustration.
But more importantly, Good lord, there's more. The defense may have established a reprehensible instance of perjury, but that is no proof that the man is the victim's killer.
Say it with me, everyone. Reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt.
Yes.
That's right!
What?
I was there at the scene, it's true! And I was shot in the arm, it's true! But that's all! Yes. In fact, if you look at the circumstances, I am the victim here!
Oh, please.
I don't believe this!
You're right, as it stands now, I don't have any... That is literally not your job, Ryunosuke Naruhodo!
Still, he can't worm his way out of it now.
Iris?
You know what they say? There's no point locking the cat's door after the cat has bolted. Look, it's a funny metaphor! Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Isn't that right, Runo? As Hurley always says.
One lie begets another.
No, wait, that might have been a line I wrote for him in one of my stories.
Not Iris admitting that Herlock Sholmes is a sham. Waggy left because there indeed was no dinner. Well, no matter who said it first, you're right. Mr. Graydon, not only did you give false testimony to the court, but the lies you told make no sense. It's okay, we'll feed him after the trial. You have to prove it someone else did it. Otherwise, it was you all along! What do you mean by such a remark? What you said in your testimony reveals that you know something you shouldn't have known. In other words, there's a fundamental inconsistency in your statements. Okay, Gregson, here we go! What?
Objection!
This is provocative talk, counsel. Quit badgering the witness. Won't you enlighten the court, explain this alleged inconsistency? Iris was right. One lie begets another. The inconsistency is revealed by the lies in the witness's statements. They show that Mr. Graydon had knowledge of something he shouldn't have known anything about. Namely... The point is not that you lied in your testimony, Mr. Graydon. It's the nature of the lie you concocted that is so revealing. You're not making any sense. But let me ask you a simple question. How is it, Mr. Graydon, that you knew of the existence of the people in the storeroom door? What? Well, obviously, I... Uh-oh. Has the cat got your tongue, witness? The people in the door was made after the incident occurred. You know too much, sir. Once I returned to the shop, having failed to catch the 2 burglars, Scotland Yard's investigators arrived immediately. Wacky's got his tongue. Wacky, off of him! Since that time, the police have been at Winterbanks constantly, carrying out their investigation. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson? Pan to Inspector Gregson, sweating a whole bunch.
Yeah, of course. See, the place is chock full of barn articles, and my lads had to thoroughly examine through all of them. So I gave the order to have the officers working around the clock in shifts, so we can get through it all. Mercy!
And consequently, there's no way that you, Mr. Graydon, could have gained access to the shop.
Oh, triple butts!
Therefore, you shouldn't have known nothing. You shouldn't have... Y'all shouldn't have known nothing about the people in the storeroom door! So the fact that its existence forms the basis of your testimony is completely inexplicable!
Objection!
And yet, the fact remains that Mr. Graydon did maintain that he witnessed the crime take place to the people door. How on earth is that possible?
Man, can I have a word, please, Mr. Lord Manley?
Gregsy? Speak, Inspector.
It's just that I really ought to be getting back to the station now to put my report in. See? There's really nothing more can I add to the testimony, so if it's all the same to you.
Permission denied. It's not all the same to me, Inspector. Not at all. You will remain exactly where you are until this trial concludes.
Of course, sir.
Mr. Graydon. You shouldn't have known about the existence of the people. Which can only mean that you must have been informed about it by someone else.
Objection!
Stop there, my learned friend. You realize, I trust, that the words you just uttered have extremely serious implications. Yes, I do. I am about to drag the entire police system through the mud. I'm not sure you guys realize the actual implications here. I am just about to realize... in this trial, we have revealed that the court system failed the McGilded trial, that the prosecution is incompetent, and now we are about to prove that Scotland Yard is corrupt. We have literally destroyed the entire legal system of Britain in, like, the matter of, like, 2 months. Well, the defense believes that the details about this case, the case that Mr. Graydon claims to have seen, Gregson's not going to lose his job. He's going to jail. He's gone. Like, no. He is cooperating with a murderer. He is in jail. He's not just going to lose his job. Dang, he's going to be freaking watched by freaking Rolly Beat. Hello, sir. How you doing, sir? Foreign Japanese student boy ruins British legal system because of an Oompa Loompa. I mean, that's not wrong. It must have been revealed to him by a certain person before his testimony. And in fact, considering a particular clue we have, there is only really one person that could be. Who is the person in question, counsel? Who is the person in question, Council?
Grayson!
We will find out next time. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We will continue tomorrow, though, and I'm super excited to continue. Why isn't my screen changing? Hold on a second. But we will continue the cross-examination of not only Graydon, but now Gregson next time. Which we will do tomorrow, so you don't have to remind me to call to put you in a flame game. Aww! It was a normal cliffhanger, come on guys! Yeah, but we will absolutely continue tomorrow. I am looking forward to seeing how everything plays out. I want to know the motivation behind Gregson's actions. I want to know what's going to happen to Gina, because fundamentally, Gina still is probably going to go to jail. She is complicit, not complicit. She is a conspirator. Well, it's not conspiracy to murder, but she is an accomplice to murder, maybe? It was tame. Not like it was a super. It was a little bit of it. Come on, I need to give reasonable accessory. Is it an accessory to murder? Is that what it's called? Yeah, but she's probably going to go to jail. Let's be real. We've got her off for murder, but she is still guilty of quite a few crimes. I don't think pocketing is going to be one of them. Somehow, she's got to end up being an inspector, for anyone who knows the Sherlock Holmes series. Somehow, Gina Lestrade is going to become Inspector G. Lestrade. And I don't know. I thought Gina was Tobias Gregson's... No, not Gina. I thought G. Lestrade was Gregson's superior, but clearly not. How many accounts of theft? Yes. She's gonna change eventually. No, she's gonna keep stealing from people. I don't know. I don't know the Sherlock Holmes series enough to know if G. Lestrade came from like a terrible background or something like that. Maybe. The second game only gets crazier. Oh man, I can't wait to play the second game. We're gonna take a little break from this because I am very exhausted doing the bridge. Have a great night, Mystery. Like, doing this accent is actually quite consuming on my brain, to be honest. Second part's getting really good. Yes, I'm really excited to play the second part, the second game. Although, does the second game take on the same premise as the first game? Well, first of all, clearly we're not getting to the Great Exhibition because this is the last case of the game, right? So perhaps next time. How do you say perhaps? So I think maybe the next game we will go to the Great Exhibition. Is it called the Great Exhibition or is it called the World Fair? No, the World Fair was not in London. The World Fair. No, I think there was there were a few World Fairs. Wasn't there one in Chicago? Anyway, Cambridge, perhaps. You going to sleep? Have a great night. Sholmes is turning into my second person. I am not Sherlock Holmes, alright? I do not talk like Sherlock Holmes, and I am clearly not... Oh, God, I am talking like him! Perhaps. How do you say perhaps?
Perhaps.
Perhaps, not perhaps. The second game is basically the next half of this game. Everything adventure sets up, resolves. Ah, I see. Then they should call this one Ace Attorney Chronicles build up. And Ace Attorney Chronicles resolution. It's Taco Tuesday. I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier, but can I make an exception for Taco Tuesday? I mean, tacos aren't unhealthy. I mean, I suppose they don't have any vegetables, but if you order, you know, the correct meats, they're not that oily, right? For example, lengua is usually more like boiled, right? So it doesn't have that much oil. You'll be heading out. Have a great rice. I know you were cooking rice. Yeah, but I'm so glad you guys could join. I know some of you only found out that I was doing Ace Attorney Chronicles like later. But yeah, once again, I don't blame you guys. I blame YouTube for not recommending you guys like the games that you want to watch. Like, I remember the guy who recommended me to play Kingdom Hearts. He didn't realize I was playing Kingdom Hearts until like I was almost finished with it. And I was like, well, this guy really likes Kingdom Hearts, so how come YouTube's not recommending this to him? And, well, so, yeah, but, you know, that's how it is sometimes. Alright, so... You also got Balatro, and you've already got over 2. Yo, was it you who recommended me to play Balatro? Randy? I don't remember, but when you guys recommended me to play Balatro, I literally, like, spent, like, every waking moment on it, because it was so freaking addictive. YouTube being bad. Yeah, but I mean, I don't mind. I think it's more like, it's less about me, you know, being able to attract viewers as it is as much I want to, you know, keep my, I don't want to say promise because that sounds really weird, but I want to keep my, like, I don't know if, I can't call it deal, but it's like, what do you call it? Like, I want to keep my, like, I for lack of a better word, I'll call it agreement. I want to keep my, like, agreement with you guys because, like, I want to do my best to, you know, do things that you guys enjoy watching. So, you know, when YouTube doesn't recommend that to me, it's just kind of like, oh man, that sucks that you missed out on the streams. So, yeah. You recommended Bug Snacks. I'm glad Bug Snacks wasn't horror for, like, jump scare horror. It was more like horror for, like, silly kind of horror. Yeah, but Bug Snacks was great. Yo, I got so addicted to catching all the Bug Snacks. Like, you don't even know. Like, I had every Bug Snack on the farm at least, like, 4 times. Like, I collected every single Bug Snack. I went back and did the bosses like 3 or 4 times so I can put them in the farm. I loved all the weird ways you could catch Bug Snacks too. Like the cappuccino was really hard to catch, but I eventually caught that one. Yeah, I actually met the voice actor who did like a whole bunch of the different snacks voices. Yeah, I know the guy who produced Bug Snacks, and I also know the guy who, I think he voiced Mama Melon. So I know the guy who voiced Mama Melon. He also voiced, Big Bopsicle. Big Bopsicle. He voiced Mama Melon. He voiced Big Bopsicle, and he also voiced Weenie Worm. So if you think about the different dimension of that, he's got Mama Melon, and he's got Weenie Worm. Yeah, when I was chatting with him, I mentioned like Bug Snacks. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's kind of like surrealist Pokemon." Yeah, didn't I call it from the very beginning that the Bug Snacks are parasites? Didn't I call it from the very beginning? I was like, the only organism that I know of that would possibly act like this is a parasite. I mean, it's like drugs. They're incredibly addictive. I'm so happy. I'd be so happy if we got TGAA3. Oh yeah, that would be fun. You know, I really like as much as I hate Herlock Sholmes, I don't really hate him. He's the type of character that I love to hate because he's such a butthead. But yeah, I really like the nice little change of pace that we get with the Herlock Sholmes silly analysis sections. You love Herlock. Don't get me wrong. The characters I hate the most are the ones that don't make me feel anything. If I hate you, I'm okay with you. Because, you know, the ones that make me feel strongly about things, those are the types of characters that I'm okay with. The characters that make me feel things. Like Tsumugi and Kokichi. Oh god, Tsumugi made me feel things. Tsumugi made me feel things for a frickin' anime cosplayer. I cannot believe it. And Marianne. I can't believe Tsumugi got last in the popularity poll. It's so interesting how so many people are wrong. Isn't it crazy how so many people are wrong about everything? I mean, if you think Tsumugi's a bad character, you're wrong, right? You're obviously wrong. Yeah, and I don't know if it's a coincidence that I always choose the evil master. I don't know, who was the mastermind in Raincoat? I guess the mastermind in Raincoat doesn't really count because the bad guys are clearly the bad guys and the good guys are clearly the good guys. Although, rest in peace, Poochie. You know, I was thinking about shipping a lot. Like, not like shipping things, like, you know, shipping characters together. And I was really trying to get a better understanding of why people do that. But, you know, I have lots of analysis on that, but, you know, I'll talk about psychology another time. But, you know, it's kind of an interesting thought. You guys should think about why you ship certain characters together instead of just shipping them. Why do I always ship Phoenix Wright with British people? Poochie had no chance to stop. Poochie would have been awesome if we could have one of her, like, if we had, like, one of her missions, I guess you would say, one of the missions be using, like, Poochie's, like, listening to spy on people. That would be awesome. And I also love how Yuma has such a main character ability. Yuma had such a main character ability. I could share abilities with other people, so I could use everything. Some ships are boring as hell. Like, I know, like the Titanic or the USS Atlantic. Such a boring ship name. Or maybe Koma Hina. Wait, who's Koma Hina? Koma, is that Komaru? Komaru Naegi and Hinata? Wait, what? Koma. I don't know. When I Band-Aid. Ibuki Mikan. Nagito and Hajime. Wait. Komaeda. Right. It also could be Komaru and Aoi. I've been thinking a lot about Komaru lately because I never actually played her game. I watched her game. And I only really saw her in the Danganronpa anime, where everyone encouraged me to watch it before I played Danganronpa 3, or V3, because Danganronpa 3 is not the same thing as Danganronpa V3. But, yeah, maybe I didn't give Komaru a chance to shine. She seems like a lovable little idiot. She seems like a main character. I guess main character syndrome just like runs in the Naegi family. They also changed her design between her cameo in THH and her role in wait, THH. The Hospital of Hope. Wait. I know Ultra Danganronpa girls. I know, no, Ultra Despair girls. See, I'm smart. What does THH stand for? Is that Danganronpa 3? Danganronpa THH. Trigger Happy Happen. Oh! That's the first one. But I mean, they kind of changed her design, but I can also see how if she went from middle school and high school and she grew up, she would look a little different. And comparing her design from, I did actually do this, by the way. Comparing her design from Danganronpa 1, where she was in middle school, to maybe like 3 years later, where she's probably grown up a little bit. Now she's probably like a second year in high school, maybe approximately. I could see how it could be the same person. She does look a little bit different, but I mean, people look different sometimes when they grow up. You have this random idea that's Danganronpa related. Yeah, and I also could see how she decided to style her hair in an antenna, because she grew an antenna between middle school and high school. What's your idea that's Danganronpa related? Also, totally random, but I'm totally nervous about my my website overhaul. I told you guys I'm working on my website, and you know, it's actually kind of freaking me out. Like, I'm like, oh, what if it doesn't look like a professional and stuff like that? But your original thing that's in Danganronpa, I mean, that's great. I mean, there have been a few, I think there's like fan games, right? There's a few Fanganronpas, I think they're called. But yeah, I mean, Danganronpa, I mean, it's popular for a reason. And I mean, let's be real here. The reason why Danganronpa is popular is because they have such weird characters that someone can latch onto something. Like, for some reason, everyone likes Mew and they're all wrong. It's like a fan series. Oh, I mean, murder mysteries are always they're a classic genre. And I mean, Danganronpa has the whole high school thing going for it, but I always like a good murder mystery, so. It's a classic genre. But I always say don't try too hard to make the mystery like a major twist. Like, you shouldn't try hard to make the story intelligent. You should just let it be as it is. Like, what was it? I think they even mentioned this in Danganronpa, where, like, you know how sometimes you write something where, like, you think, you know, you're trying to solve the murder, but you were the baddie all along. I don't remember. They mentioned that at some point in Danganronpa, I think. Yeah, those are the types of things that I don't like, because the story is clearly written in a way to trick you as the reader. And it's kind of like the writer is fighting against the reader, and I don't think that should be a thing. I'm a big believer that the writer should just be allowing the story to exist, and if it happens in a way that allows the reader to be tricked, then go for it. But it shouldn't be despite a good story. In my idea, where all the characters come together and survive in a death game. Don't we have a game like that? Oh no, but it wasn't a death game. It was like they went to high school and they hung out on the beach or something like that. I forgot. There was like a board game. Wasn't there like a board game about like inspired and like people bought it because there was girls in swimsuits or something like that? But you learn about the characters more from what you heard. Ooh, that's interesting. I mean, I will say one series that I heard about that I haven't really started reading is there was a Twilight Princess manga, Zelda Twilight Princess manga, that really goes more into depth in Zelda, in the Zelda world, in the universe as to what was happening at the time. And Twilight Princess was actually my very first Zelda game. Also kind of the only one I ever really played through to completion until I played Breath of the Wild. And then I also played Skyward Sword with you guys. But yeah, so yeah, I heard they're trying to make Zelda series more in depth, so I'm looking forward to that. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. Any good games you guys are looking forward to? I told you guys there's a game that I'm in that's coming out soon, but oh right, I've been gushing over V Rising lately. I really like V Rising. It's a stupid game about vampires, but more importantly, you get to build your castle, which is freaking awesome. Although I'm running out of space, so I have to start building a second floor. But I really want to go play V Rising with you guys one of these days, and you guys don't really need to know anything. All you need to know is I'm building a castle, and then you guys can just help me design my castle, which I think is awesome. Of course, I'm also playing it on like the most difficult difficulty, which makes no sense if I just want to build a castle, but you guys know me, I'm insane. Oh, do you know what games I've been really interested in lately? The Shadowrun series. For those of you who don't know, Shadowrun is a tabletop RPG, like Danganronpa. Like Danganronpa, what am I saying? Like Dungeons and Dragons. They both start with the letter D, okay? Yeah, it's like a tabletop series, like Dungeons and Dragons, but they created a whole bunch of games for it that apparently are really immersive. So, yeah, I want to take a little better look of Tribe 9. I saw a little bit of the anime. In fact, I really like some of the music in Tribe 9. Tribe 9 game. Tribe 9 on Steam. Yeah, it's on Steam. It just hasn't been released yet. Now recruiting testers for the beta. Interesting. Wait, isn't Tribe 9 about baseball? I thought Tribe 9 was about baseball. What the heck is going on in this game? Hold on. Tribe 9. They changed it, but I freaking loved the baseball. I was freaking in love with the goddamn catcher. She was so cool. But the MC has a baseball bat. Okay, good. I freaking loved the catcher. She was so freaking awesome. For those of you who don't know, catcher is like one of the most strategic positions in baseball. For those of you who don't know much about baseball. And then they had like different organizations, and there was this one group who like defeats everyone in baseball through the power of money. I really didn't understand anything about the show. It made absolutely no sense, but I watched it because there was like baseball and like freaking people killing each other at the same time, and it made no sense. It made zero sense. The rules of the game didn't make any sense. They were like, oh, we have to fight a gang war, but we'll do it with baseball. And then the entire city turns into a baseball stadium, and people are dying in their office buildings as a baseball game is going on. It makes no sense, but it was hilarious. Anyway, I think it's time for me to get some tacos. I will get going. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. Yeah. I'm looking forward to tomorrow to seeing what happens with poor Gregson. Alright. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. You have any quests do you have any quests for yourself, okay? You know what? I've asked for so many quests. Give a quest to yourself for once. I'll see you all next time.